live, Brandon. By the
I
way.
know. I just was getting ahead of that. I mean, usually we have a more lively audience, but I feel like everybody's kind of like, oh, they're here,
Yeah.
because normally we have a.
Oh my god.
Now, for those of you that are curious, secretly we bump up the audience. There's usually like one person just clapping. It's just
It's like
we add we do like pro wrestling where they add the sound in.
it's like the what was it the Barney thing from Simpsons, like Chili Willy, Chili
Yeah, we
Willy.
want Chili Will. Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much what it is.
Welcome back. Yes, we are on time tonight.
Surprisingly.
Not surprisingly, we usually are pretty good. It is the Half-Ass Show on MNR, the weekly show where we get together and, we just talk and everybody seems to listen. So
Yeah.
it's like Talking Heads without the talent.
We do have talent, just
But we're not musically talented.
Oh no. I'm artistically talented. I don't know how you.
I don't know.
That's sad.
I'm something, I guess.
Okay. Well,
depends on who you ask.
to be brutally honest, I'm just happy that everything is working out like it should.
Yeah. She has been like, so for those of you that don't know, Saturday night we were going to run the show. Illy's laptop died, and at that point, it was immediately go into damage control mode. It's why we had to postpone the show till Sunday.
I wanted to die. I wanted to
Yeah.
literally die. It was like I told Brandon like something is going on with it, and I don't know what it is. And then it suddenly said like, "Your fan died, you bitch."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and she's terrified. So we have a micro center nearby, thankfully. So we made the about hour trek over there, which to me is not that bad. But apparently everybody else in my city hears hour, and they're like, "It's an hour away," and I'm like, "Clearly you have not lived in the country."
The problem is that everyone here hates going to downtown, and then everyone
with
here,
good reason.
Everyone hates moving anywhere in this fucking city, and with within reason, because it's like this fucking traffic here can go fuck itself. But
yeah, also semi-tour state. But anyway, we got the computer over there. They looked at us and they were like, "This is the easiest fix imaginable. You're fine."
And I was crying like, "Oh my god, my computer!"
Yeah. So then we had to do of getting Brandon out of Micro Center without buying something expensive, which we have successfully done twice now. I'd like to add.
Twice, yeah.
Because I was entertaining getting something, but I was just like, I'm just not feeling it. I was like, just give me a sale. Just put it on sale and it's gone.
I think
and
the problem is that you had a week to investigate, and what you investigated was
Yeah, no, honestly, if I had my druthers, we'd be like, I would be like plugging for an analog Super NT right now, and you'd be looking at me like, why did you buy this? And I'm like, because it's fun, and I like fun.
I mean, I think the worst thing that we saw today was that modem for video gaming of Evangelion, and I'm like, why?
Again, if we needed a modem and I had the money, I'd be like, sure, why not? We're already nerds.
I mean, it's like, why? It's gonna get covered in dust in 2 seconds. It's gonna explode into it's gonna turn into an angel by that logic. So,
well, hey, if we're gonna go, let's go, right? So we go over there. We got that taken care of. And we stopped by a comic shop because Brandon sees comic shop and immediately must break.
But it was a nice comic book shop. It was a big one.
Definitely old. It was definitely old school. I will say that.
Oh,
definitely old school.
I went there as like, this is the smell that I remember from back in the day to going to old bookstores. So it smelled like what?
No, not finish up.
It smelled like dirt, paper, and old crusty man, and that was what it had, honestly. So,
and honestly, I was content because I got my Nightwing comic that I needed to get for this week to get up to date on that one. They still don't have Ultimate Spider-Man, the bastards, but I almost walked out with an Ultimate Spider-Man poster until it was like, we have no room for it.
Lol. Yeah.
And I would have been like, I would find room, damn it.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. So, okay, but that's been us this week. Coming up on the show tonight, besides that, will be big game story of the week is the Ubisoft comments that were made about subscription gaming, and a lot of people have been asking, what is the future of gaming, if it is going to be all subscription or something else. I got some counterpoint I found on that I found very interesting, and of course, we're going to share our opinions.
Okay.
The founders of Arkham are up their own ass. Or not Arkham. Rocksteady. See, this will make sense why I say that way in a little while. but they
Okay.
kind of got a little smug on their asses, in my opinion.
Wait, is this the thing about the logo?
No, we're gonna get to that.
Okay.
No, this is not really. I don't even know what logo thing you're talking about, but I will explain all of this stuff when we get over to that.
All right then.
And the MCU looks like it might actually be making a pivot to doing some turnaround course correction, but that's all dependent on your view of things. So those are a couple of topics we're going to talk about tonight, and then whatever else we can figure out, as we usually do. So, Illy, because the internet was down Thursday and you did not have a computer for a week, what the hell have you been watching?
So I watched a bunch of.
Or what have you been playing?
Well, I only been playing the stupid lamb game. Jesus Christ! On the what is it? The 16th, it hit the new update. Yep. I've been doing really nasty shit, and I now have babies, and now I have poop people. Poop people are the best thing I've seen in all this fucking game. I already killed the 4 bishops. I'm trying to get to 20 followers so I can actually go do the last one, but it's very hard to keep them.
If you're new to the channel and you like what you hear, please consider giving us a follow. Continue. Join our cult.
Wow, great plug. But yeah, well, it's been kind of hard because I've been trying to draw in traditional, but then I learned that some of my Copics got dried, and now I'm crying money. Movies. I guess I watched Parasite. It's been since it come out, like the first time that I saw it. It's been a while since I watched it. It's pretty good. It still sits perfectly. So I did that, but I really haven't watched like series because when did we lose internet? Was it
Thursday?
So that fucking day I had to take out my shit from the the stuff that we have. I also watched the Scaflon movie that you got me on Christmas. And I forgot how suicidal that kid is. And oh my god, it's like it was great. Watching it on 4K was great. Also, the voice acting in English. I think it was the first time that I heard it in English. It was pretty okay. The only thing that I complain is that the main guy was kind of shitty. Like I didn't like the main bad guy's voice, but beyond that was pretty. It stood its time, and Blu-ray does do wonders. So beyond that, that's all I've seen. I don't remember anything else. This week was slow as fuck. So
I would like to remind people also, if you are new to the Half-Ass Show, we have a emote that if you are a subscriber, I think you get access to. I'm not sure if it's for followers or not, but we have a new sound alert that is the Wheel of Chaos, which if we're talking about something, we drop whatever we're talking about and immediately switch to that topic. So if we're getting a little tiresome on something, hit the button and we will change the topic. It's viewer control.
Yeah. So if you post that,
and also at the same time, I'm going to. That's what I was getting to.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it here. There it is. So here it is. I see that. We are children of the 80s.
I forgot what sound it was. I forgot that we even put part of the video. Okay. Wait, that's so loud. Why did we do it so loud? I remember now.
Yeah. We were originally looking for a klaxon. We just couldn't find it.
Yeah.
I'm doing great, Damon King. Welcome into the show. Thanks for stopping in.
We're kind of happy that we're back to the regular shenanigans. So.
But so if we're getting too long in the tooth on a topic, or you just want to hear us babble about something else, we fire up the chaos wheel.
No. What is it? A note for it? The original themes that I had on the wheel got fucking lost because I don't remember what I did with them. So they're new, and I took it out of my ass. Like whatever. So if it's random shit,
I have no idea what's in them. Also, I did not even look. So we're gonna find out together, ladies and gentlemen.
We're all gonna learn. But well, well, what are you doing, Brandon?
Not much. I actually finished the Rush Geddy Lee book that you got me for Christmas. I actually finished that one because I had nothing to do at work on Tuesday.
Yay!
And very interesting, very good. They kind of go over Neil Peart's death a little bit, or Geezer, and it hit him harder than he wants to admit. I will say that.
Oh my god, that sounds awful, Demon King.
Yeah, I spent 2 hours.
Yeah.
Ah, that sounds like a nightmare, and something sounds like we're gonna do for our channel soon enough.
No.
'Cause we've been talking about it. No, we've been talking about doing some stuff, but
Yeah. He already said that it's a
uh,
nightmare.
yeah. Well, surprise. On the comic front, because hey, comic reader that I am, there's two comics this week that caught my eye.
Hmm.
One was Avengers Twilight, which it's the old man Captain America story I didn't know I needed until I read it,
Right.
and it's got some very interesting themes that are relevant to now. And another one that was just batshit crazy, and I am happy to be on board with it, is the Image Comics, or I guess Skybound Cobra Commander comic, which is part of that Energon universe that they're making up.
Okay.
Which is funny because it's so if you don't know what that is, well, if you're trying to work on Pat World, if I get along, I will
Okay.
appreciate the heads up, man.
Thank you.
But so if you're following Image Comics or Skybound, that's Robert Kirkman's little division of Image Comics. That's the one he runs. That's where your Invincible and your Walking Dead was all from, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So when this thing started up, the Energon universe, there was the big reveal of it's going to be in this comic called Void Rivals, which it's written by him.
Oh
And
boy.
the big selling point was the first issue, Jetfire shows up, and it sort of kicked off the entire thing.
Okay.
So this comic of Void Rivals has been going on 7 issues now. Some interesting ideas involved in that. I will not say that. There has been a Transformers comic and 2 G.I. Joe comics, one for Duke, one for Cobra.
Mm-hmm.
And the Transformers one's now 3 issues in, maybe 4, I'm not 100% sure. The 2 writers of those have done more in 7 issues than he has in 7. Like, just developing plot and getting reader engaged. Like, there's little hints in there, but Kirkman's thing is basically, hey, look, I got these 2 characters. Oh, look, Hasbro property from 1980s. It's great. And then continue on with my thing, and then every so often, hey, look, I got Quintessons.
Wait.
And I'm not saying that what?
I got lost. So Kirkman is doing one, and the other studio is doing another one.
No. They're all under the same banner. They're all under the same universe. But he's writing the Void Rivals.
Okay.
And then these other 2 guys, I don't have their names on me on top of my head, but it's the Transformers comic going right now. I think it's Darren something or other. That's the guy I showed you on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I kind of dig what he's doing.
Yeah. So. Yeah, he's a writer. He's the writer artist right now. After issue 6 or 7, he's going to be having an artist with him because that's a hell of a workload, as you know.
Yeah, I know that.
And then there's another guy who's doing the G.I. Joe side of stuff, but he's doing like separate miniseries that I think are going to eventually merge into a G.I. Joe comic.
Gotcha.
And that's where the Cobra Commander comes from. But they've done more interesting things in their issues than it's taken 7 issues of Robert Kurtzman's thing. Because now it's like, okay, are you going somewhere with this? Because there's like interesting ideas, but then you just kind of drag. And it kind of annoys me because it's like you see the ads for this and it's like, well, Robert Kirkman's shared universe. It's like, he's not doing shit.
That's the thing with him. I feel like he sucks his dick way too much and doesn't know what to do when you think.
Well, I think it's, in fairness to him,
Mm.
that may be Image trying to get sales of the comics going because it's like you see a name.
Yeah, but his name is not good anymore, I guess.
Well, I think he's executive. At this point, I kind of consider him an executive producer of that.
Right.
Because you can see where the wheelhouse is going here. Because the Cobra Commander comic, if you saw the G.I. Joe movie and they had the Cobra Law, they just like, hey, we're doing this. Which everybody on the planet's like, really? And I'm like, yes, bring me that crazy Lovecraftian shit. I'm involved.
I'm still waiting for the movie of what they teased us on the Beast Wars thing at the end. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. Look, as far as I'm concerned right now, if this is where we're going to go with this stuff, as long as Kirkman takes his fingers off of the mainline stuff, he can play around all he wants. I'm totally on board with what they're doing. Everything they have put out, like Transformers went from I'm a fan, I'll kind of pick this up, to Optimus Prime doing a burning hammer to a Decepticon? Fuck yes!
Sure, why not?
Yeah, pro wrestling. Again, pro wrestling giant robots together, and nobody realized that it was good until now, apparently.
Look, I'm not reading the comics, but if you sound excited, I'll go.
Honestly, the stories so far have been very engaging. Okay. Like, Not often you see Optimus Prime walking around with Megatron's arm and Decepticons cannibalizing each other for parts.
Well, okay.
Yeah, told you.
Sounds insane.
So yeah, no, it's interesting, and like I said, that's only 3 issues in that the Transformers one. So
Okay.
so real quick here, a couple of we're probably gonna swoop back to a couple of these.
Mm.
The Toei animation thing we were gonna talk about last week, but because of what happened, you didn't get a chance, so I kind of wanted to let you kind of take the reins on this one before we get into this week's stories.
Jesus Christ. It's just that I got really disconnected from that, but for
But you have other things.
yeah, no, it's just that a lot of things happened this fucking week that I didn't know that happened with the anime business. But okay, long story short, uh we talk a lot of Kenny Lauderdale sometimes about anime because if
Mhm.
he is the guy that does the things for the anime, he is the guy that does for the anime right now.
He's doing God's work.
He is actually grabbing all laser disc, all VHSs, doing all that, and actually fixing the coloring and making it look decent. Right? That's what he's doing right now. I didn't know that now that's his job. So kudos for him.
Yeah.
Turns out that this week, well, past week, they showed up some stuff from Sailor Moon, the first season, actually. I thought it was like later seasons. No, it started with the first season. Apparently, all the pinkish color, because originally, if you ever saw the series back in the day, uh,
Yeah.
it looked like it had like a pink red filter over it because the sky didn't look really like blue. It actually looked like
Mm-hmm.
purple-ish, kind of. So we all assume, because we all assume, well, it's the coloring they decided. No, they fucked up. That turns out that Toy Animation didn't give two flying fucks.
As Toei does.
They did not save the original reels or the original stuff in a proper way, and it's been degrading slowly. So whatever the fuck they brought on DVDs the first time,
Mm-hmm.
they took those and they've been recycling them. So there's a couple of people that are doing this. I don't have the detail right now, but they're fixing that. And it comes to my very vague memory. You saw Dragon Ball back in the day, right?
Of course, yeah.
You remember the sky being fucking green, right?
Yeah, on Namek, and at the time, I even said to you when you told me this, I was like, I honestly to God thought because it was a planet, it's just aliens, so I
No,
didn't think anything about it.
no. The thing is that Namek makes total sense because the planet was green and the sky was green there. That was 100%. No, in Dragon Ball, not C, they actually had that problem with the blue filter. And instead of like putting the right filters in their what is it in the printing, they just did whatever the fuck they wanted. So people are right now kind of pissed off that Toy doesn't really give a shit about the original material. They're just focusing on the merchandise at this point because okay, so I don't remember, was it last year or 2 years ago? It was the 25th anniversary of Sailor Moon, if I'm correct, and I think this
Yeah.
year is the 30th of fucking Dragon Ball. I'm not 100% sure,
Oh boy.
but they are not doing God's work here. They're just like putting an old toy and just putting a new tag of like, oh, it's the 20 something
Yeah.
anniversary. Is like,
So, oh, go ahead.
go ahead. No, I was scratching.
No. Okay. So when it comes to anime, I mean, everybody always amazed. It's like they do really amazing things in anime. It's if you actually know anything about how anime is made and how it's done, it's very very almost punk rock DIY. It's like
Hell yeah.
if we can make if we can make a comic book and just flip the pages physically, then we'll do it kind of thing. Because it's like the old Marvel superhero shows from the '60s. That's like
Uh-huh.
that's a wet dream for an anime company
Yeah.
because it's like they don't want to spend money and it's very cheap. And yeah, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. When the anime wants to do it, they do it, but they try to do as little movement as possible, not much.
So the problem is that back then, I don't know. I remember with the Sailor Moon thing, there were two fucking artists doing this. Two fucking artists. There was the OG one that did the nice ones, if you honestly go see the series back and back and
Hmm.
back, there's some episodes that look with certain style, and then they fucking look with a different fucking style altogether. They did the same
Oh,
thing with Dragon Ball. But one does have the fucking eyes for that. But I noticed that it's only with toy animation.
and
Because,
my oh, go ahead.
yeah, no, go ahead. Tell me your
Well, my
thought.
counterpoint to that no, my counterpoint to that whole thing, and it's maybe because they were able to do it with outside money, is the Transformers '86 movie. Because you put that thing up today, that thing still holds.
Oh, yeah, no, 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 no. What I'm trying to say is that, did they do that one toy?
Yeah,
Oh my god, maybe movies are different.
that's
Because,
what I'm saying. But they also had Hasbro money to play with. Is my logic.
oh yeah, no, 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 no. I'm talking about like the little shows. A lot of what they did was trying to like save a lot of fucking money
Oh,
in
okay, yeah.
production.
Hmm.
So I totally understand that some fucking episodes look lazy as fuck, and other episodes look like, oh well, they put some love in this. But I did see a lot like in season the first one and R and S. Those three seasons have like that fucked up fucking style that it looks like who fucking drew this? This is not.
But TUV, oh, the animation just, huh.
But so there's like a bunch of studios that didn't do that. You know, like they
Hmm.
kept consistent. Why does Toy do that? But then you remember that if you think about it, is the one that from back in the day, Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon and I don't know One Piece. I'm not sure when the
I
one.
don't know where One Piece started at.
Anyway,
I'm trying to think of what other animes around in the '90s. Maybe drawing
Saint
blanks.
Seiya is another one, but that's more in the
Chat
80s.
help.
Anyway, I'm just talking about these two ones. Those
Yeah.
were the ones that had more fucking episodes. Holy
Hmm.
shit, so many episodes. So many fucking seasons if you think about it. So, of course, they were gonna do production value like low, low, low. Let's
I
kill.
feel like I feel like Toei Animation's like the Hanna Barbera of anime. It's like
Yes,
if it still works, just dust it off.
yes, definitely, and that's kind of sad because, for example, with the sale with Magic Knight Raid, I need to sit and rewatch that shit. It's not long. It's like 26 episodes per season.
You have the whole series and the books.
Hell yeah, bro. But the manga is like two fucking volumes and that's it. That's it. Which is not bad. But in the anime you need to pad it. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I get you.
But
Unless you get an OVA.
no, it has 3 OBAs. Jesus
Okay.
fucking Christ.
Anyway,
But the thing is that the studio tried to be consistent if I recall. You know? So that's what I'm saying with Toy. Like they didn't want to be consistent. They just wanted to make episodes.
hmm,
Am I making sense?
yeah. Okay, well that brings us up to speed on that one then.
What?
No, I didn't. Do you have anything else to add? I'm not trying to cut you
No,
off.
I just wanted to fucking bitch about that. But
Okay.
apparently they are actually fixing it up. The right now
Begrudgingly.
right now they're sitting, if I'm correct, on the what is it, there's a page where they're posting it. I need to look it up.
Okay.
The internet,
Internet Archive.
that's the one. They have like a
Okay.
whole fucking section of anime. A whole fucking section. That's the only place that I can actually watch the OVAs of Magic Knight and the
Oh,
BTX shit. So
by the way, thank you for reminding me. I forgot to tell you the other day.
oh what?
The Berserk '97 anime is going to be released on Blu-ray in English and Japanese
Oh,
dialogue.
oh my god, I
It'll
haven't.
be about $60.
Oh my god, that's not bad.
No, and like I said, it comes with both dubs and subtitle and all that stuff. So for you Berserk fans that didn't like anything past the Golden Arc trilogy movies, now you got something. I
yo,
really need to catch up on that manga.
yo, well, honestly, I've been trying to catch up on that, and there's a point that it's like, is this even like? I feel like Miura was like, is this even life?
No, but I just want to keep up on the deluxe editions we got because they're nice.
Oh, they're really nice. I am looking forward for that fan animation that they're doing. It's actually a fan animation. They want to
Okay,
do the Dark Knight one. I think it's the Dark
the Black
Horseman, the
Swordsman.
Black Swordsman, or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the Black Swordsman. That's Guts' nickname.
Yeah, they're gonna do that one. So
Oh, nice.
hoping for the best to see that
Mm.
fucking butterfly from hell fucking season. Uh, but it's all fan made. The guy, there's another guy that it's doing like God's work, and it's animating certain fights from that season. And I'm like, my
Okay.
man, I hope it works out. So
Mm.
well,
Okay. All right.
that
I kind of want to touch on a couple of things here real quick. These are small things, just to kind of they're not big things, but I kind of want to share them.
okay.
First off, the game Sea of Stars. If you're a fan of indie games, I know we have Demon King. I know he's doing his game. If you're still there, please feel free to plug it. You always have permission, as far as I'm concerned.
He's here.
Yeah. But Sea of Stars, they're putting out a physical edition that is only going to be $44. It has some extra goodies in it. Retail price for the physical edition is going to be $34. So this is a
Oh,
special edition. You need to go to I am 8-bit to grab it, but you may want to consider checking that out. If you're wanting to get that game physically and kind of have a collectible of it,
right.
now's the time to do it. It's
Okay.
I think it's they do take pre-orders, and whatever they get for the pre-orders, they close them and then they make them. So they're very limited run things. I'm trying to get some cash together to get it together myself,
Okay.
between a bunch of other things. But just wanted to pass that along. Um, the Indiana Jones game came out for Direct this week on the Microsoft Direct, and looked a little
Mm.
rough. I think I played that game. It was called Uncharted, correct?
Yes, but I think who's the main guy? Is that
It's a Bethesda studio. I know that.
is it
Oh
Troy
no, I think it's
Troy
Machine
Baker?
Game. Troy Baker's indie. Oh,
Yes, it's Troy Baker.
oh.
Oh God, what's up?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Get on my soapbox here a second on that one. I'm not the biggest Indiana Jones guy. I will firstly admit that.
Right.
But if you're gonna do Indiana Jones, I don't think he gives a shit, and it's like easy money for him. Just pay
Hmm.
Harrison Ford.
Yeah. I haven't seen the trailer. I only saw like certain little bits, and also it
I
came like the trailer came out the day that I didn't have internet. I barely could
yeah
see anything, and I wasn't gonna spend my 10 hours on downloading that video.
yeah.
So whatever.
But no, there was that, and then I guess the guys that are making the Wolfenstein game, they made the Wolfenstein games for the
Mm,
rebooted ones. They're the ones
mm.
working on that. So I mean, there's a good caliber there, but it's just like I played Uncharted. I don't have an interest in this.
I mean, yeah, everyone is just waiting for the guy that played the main guy on Uncharted showed up. Like, oh, it's the trifecta. I mean, who fucking cares? Like, it's an Indiana Jones game, bro. That's
I don't think Nolan North is going to do that one simply because he's got other things to do, and Troy Baker's so up his own asshole right
oh
now that
yeah.
he is not going to share the limelight if he can avoid it. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry.
I think you're not
Also,
wrong.
I was watching Justice League War World last night because I was just trying to find
Oh
something to watch,
yeah.
and he played Jonah Hex in that one, and I got to realize he does the same voice for like everything. Like he doesn't. It's like
What?
when he was
Uh huh.
before Joel,
Uh
I
huh.
felt like he was actually trying to do things.
Oh,
Like he was trying to expand his range. He was trying to do things, but now he's like, "Well, I'm the disgruntled cowboy, so I'm just
my
gonna do
God.
this voice."
I didn't know that. Well, honestly, now you can hear him as the same
Hey,
person.
Rocky.
Hey, Rock. Welcome. Oh
Um.
my God.
So yeah, the Indiana Jones thing is
Ah,
Street Fighter
oh
Six.
God.
Street Fighter Six. Apparently, they announced the new DLC character of Ed, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited by this because it's kind of cool to see a boxer that actually is not like a stereotype.
Yeah, you said I did see
Yeah,
that one. Mhm.
yeah. But also, what I found interesting about him was, so if you've done boxing, you might know this a little bit, but I'll kind of do it. When Balrog does, it's a lot of charge, a lot of getting close, and Dudley is even worse.
Right.
But what they tried with Dudley was they tried the feint also. Like he had a move where it's like he would drop his guard and it's like you would punch him and he would counter strike really hard. That was one of his gimmicks.
Okay.
And looking at the trailer, and I kind of hope this works out that way, I saw a lot of the bobbing and weaving that boxers can do. Now just imagine that in a 2D game, what they could get away with.
Well, sadly, that's just a video. It's not
No,
really a
I know,
game.
but I'm
Yeah.
kind of hope, but it's like you kind of took that as like a preview of what could happen.
Okay.
And
Well,
we haven't seen gameplay of him yet. That's completely fair, Illy. I'm not even saying you're wrong.
right.
But I kind of hope that what I saw there is an indication of where they're going because That's an interesting angle on boxing that they took if they do that, because
Right.
a lot of people want to get the up close and personal. It's not the mind games of boxing where you bob and weave and you counter and all that stuff. That could open up a lot of doors.
Makes sense.
So I'm very curious to see where that's going. Uh, Trying to see here. We'll circle back to that one after we get through a meat of this stuff. So, one of the by the way, if you guys are just joining us, welcome to the Half-Ass Show. Remember, if you like what you hear, please give us a follow. Always helps us out. If you get bored with our topics, just spin the wheel and we'll drop the topic and go on to the other one. It's the Wheel of Chaos, so it's already got a point redemption. And you'll hear an annoying sound. I'll see a little thing, and we'll stop what we're talking about and move on to that.
It's a very annoying, loud sound. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
And by the way, patent pending. The Wheel of Chaos.
sorry, I had to grab some water because,
That's
goddamn,
okay.
oh,
Yeah, your chocolate.
it was delicious, Brandon, but my tongue is fucking on fire right now. So,
Yeah.
anyway,
Okay, so moving on. One of and possibly the biggest story that had came out this weekend gaming
Hmm.
was first off, there's a new Prince of Persia game coming out, and reviews were released on it, and it looks by all accounts to be a very good game.
it
It's a
looks it.
very Metroidvania, which is kind of weird for a Prince of Persia, but I'm not against it.
Hmm.
So the problem is Ubisoft is once more rebranding their online service because Ubisoft Plus, okay?
Yes.
And for
Tell me about it.
$17.99 a month, $17.99 a month. Let that sink in for a moment.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
17
$17.99? 18
before
fucking
tax.
bucks?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A la chingada, okay.
You get access to all of Ubisoft's games you can play online.
Wait, Brandon, let me say this. Are they telling us that we can play all the games, but we're not owning them?
Well, thank you for ruining my lead up to it.
That's sorry.
Yeah, this really comes the story really broke on GameIndustry.biz, and that's where I've gotten most of the sourcing for this. So if you go to our Discord, which is as good as time as any to source our Discord out,
Ta-da.
we have a Now the News section where I put the stories that we talk about, so you can go look at the original article, so you can see what I'm talking about and form your own opinion also.
Right.
I'm trying to mention these stories more from where I get them from for citation purposes, and also I want you guys to go and form your own opinions, because an informed customer is a returning customer, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, yeah, Ubisoft, yes. Thank you, our one viewer. We got more than that, I'm just teasing.
I know. Well,
Our one in-house viewer, I should say. So the dog.
the dog, she's asleep. She doesn't give a shit.
That tells you how. So Ubisoft is trying now to get people to buy their subscription service. Which, hey, I'm not against that. If people want to do that, that's cool. I know Games Pass is a popular thing.
Uh-huh.
Here's where a lot of the problems are. A employee, I'm not going to name the employee because I'm not sure who is it, but they were quoted as saying, gamers are used to owning their games. That's the consumer shift that needs to happen.
Right.
They want you to not own your games anymore. They want you to be totally cool with, hey, come to our service, pay the $17.99 a month and play it all you want. The second you leave, though, we're taking those games away.
Yeah. I think it's like a fucking expensive bullshit.
Well, here's the problem. Okay, so if we're going to play out the nightmare scenario here, so let's play this out. So we'll take, let's take Ubisoft, EA, we'll throw Microsoft in there because Bethesda's on their Game Pass, so I'll throw Microsoft in here. We'll throw Sony in. Trying to think if there's any other. By the way, Activision's covered under Microsoft before we all forget. I'm just making sure we got that clear because I'm trying to think of all the big name companies. So that's 4 right there. That's
Okay.
4 companies. We'll throw Capcom in because Capcom would probably do this too. So I'll throw Capcom in. 5 companies, okay? Let's say they want you to pay $17.99 a month for all direct access.
Yeah.
Look, I am a subscriber. I will throw this out there right now. I am a subscriber of Amazon, Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Who else do we have? We have Crunchyroll,
HBO.
HBO Max. I feel like I'm missing one still.
Oh, Netflix, I got rid of it. Fuck that shit.
We got no Netflix.
We got
Spotify. We'll throw Spotify in there.
Well, Spotify I paid. Yeah.
But we're talking in general here, Illy.
Peacock also, I guess.
That counts. That counts. Well, okay, but we're paying that with the phone bill. I'm not really
Well,
using it,
it's
so I
part
don't
of the
really
fuck.
care.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but still, we're at 5. So they're charging about the same. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's exactly right. So damn many, Raj. Way too many.
Mm-hmm.
And part of the thing was when Netflix came out, in my opinion, that's why I was liking Netflix. It's like, okay, one subscription, chop all my money down, boom, I'm cool with this. Keep the ones I want, but the rest, fuck you.
Right.
Now everybody has their own damn service. But
That
if I want to see the Frasier reboot, I have to go to Paramount Plus. If I want to see
fuck
this, I
them.
have to go there. If I want to watch WWE for whatever reason,
Now the funny
I go to
thing,
Peacock.
if we want to see certain anime, you have to get either the other one, High Dive, or Crunchyroll. Depends on where the fuck it is. And there's another one that I have no fucking clue where
Yeah,
it is. So
it's basically so what we're trying to do here is, in my opinion, I kind of thought this a while ago. We're
mhm.
going back to cable, and what game companies want to do is make video game cable,
Right.
and I don't think that I am kind of starting to come around to. I mean, if you looked around online this week, Aftermath was especially rather um despondent because they're basically like, game over, man, game over.
So you
GameSpot was kind of like, what? We don't know. Because you have to watch a lot of these big video game company or journalist companies. They're on the payroll. They're going to tell you what they want to hear.
right.
So bear that in mind. Even if they're saying they're independent, sometimes I kind of wonder.
Now, most of them get a penny from them. Like when they do this kind of like, oh, check this game, and if they put a pretty penny on it, they'll say it's the best game ever. So,
Yeah, but Aftermath, in fairness to them, have not actually done any video game reviews yet. So I can't
right.
say that they're on the payroll. I mean, they're just spouting commentary, and it's like kind of like jaded. Also, yeah, but that's besides the point.
Hmm.
Um, but basically, everybody's going, it's over, we're done. Enter in. Let me see here. I got the name. Sven Vigny of Laren. Do you know who Laren is, Illy?
No.
They're the developers of Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh my god. Okay.
He has said, we will not permit our games on any gaming service for streaming.
Fuck yeah. Good.
He basically said the buck stops here. We are not
Eh,
putting our games on subscription services.
it's just ridiculous. Unless you have like a very good fucking internet or some bullshit like that, you can actually play them decent.
Well,
Uh,
also, let's remember one thing here, Illy. We're not there yet. We're
we're
approaching
not.
there.
We're not. Okay.
No, I'm just trying to say this, but I'm gonna be honest here. I am sick of hearing about Baldur's Gate. The more I hear of these guys doing this, so I'll be kind of like, I kind of need to go buy that stupid physical edition just to support them because I'm kind of agreeing with a lot of the shit they do.
Yeah, I told you that they're cool.
Oh, yeah, I understand that, but you get where I'm coming from. It's like, yeah, I gotta start spending some money on you guys. Keep you around. But his theory is if you let this happen, it will create a powerful gatekeeper scenario, which
Mhm.
again is sort of where we're at with the streaming services for television and movies now. They curate what they want us to see.
Yeah, and by fucking country, like that's what the VPN is all about right now, and that's what they're trying to sell us. That is like, hey, this fucking thing you can't see it on the United States, but if you go to the VPN of Mexico, you can actually see more shit. Or you know what?
I will
So
I will
shit
give
like
a
that.
free plug. I will give a free plug here.
Huh.
I mean, if they want to ever pay me, I will happily do this. NordVPN. You pay a little bit, but goddamn, is that service effective?
But it's what I'm trying. You're not wrong, Brandon. Like
Mhm.
everyone wants to keep their own things. Like I don't know. Why are you winning? Like I didn't know that you can watch Hereditary in fucking Disney Plus in fucking Europe, which is it still baffles me.
So here's how bad this is getting.
Mhm.
Okay, with the VPN thing,
Hmm.
those guys that we watch on YouTube, Cultaholic,
Yeah.
they have a promotion for like a VPN, and they outright say in their VPN promotion, "Hey guys, I actually subscribe to Peacock in the United States because it's cheaper. You know how I do it? I do this."
Wow. Didn't know that.
Yeah, like their own company is basically
Ugh.
saying, "Guys, go buy a VPN. You're gonna save money."
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, they don't even hide it.
Damn, boy. Oh my god.
Yeah, but it does lead to a very interesting. Okay, so I guess the question I'm asking is,
Uh huh.
we're at the dawn of this. We're
Mm,
at the start of this. Everybody's screaming doom and gloom.
mm-hmm.
Is this the actual future? Or is there a chance we can prevent this?
So the only thing that I can think is that even though they're gonna keep on doing it, they're not. Nobody's gonna stop them, Brandon. Let's be fatalistic. I'm gonna be fatalistic right now. I'm so
Mm-hmm.
sorry, but they're gonna do it. You like it or not, and you know what we're gonna do? Get the pirate cat. Put it up. Put it up.
I think there is one company that is not going to do that.
Okay.
Nintendo, because Nintendo does
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. And that's fine. That's fine. I can play
Yeah,
fucking Nintendo games till the end of time. No problem.
we got enough.
Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
ridiculous how they're getting so goddamn greedy.
So here's my opinion on all this. I can see pros and cons to each side. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A pro is you would get the latest up to date version of whatever game you subscribe. You don't have to wait on those long downloads anymore because it's going to come out as it is.
That's bullshit, but okay.
I'm trying to be neutral here.
Gotcha.
Okay. When it comes to physical copies, yes, we have to do downloads because they're too lazy anymore to put their fucking data on a disc.
Yeah, for sure.
Until some hacker is trying right now to get through Cyberpunk 2077 and get the patches so that when this inevitably does go down, they're just gonna be like, "Oh, you need the patch? Hold on. There you go. Get the latest. This is the last version that got released. It's got all the stuff. It's basically the game you bought. Go have
Yeah.
fun."
The only thing that's gonna happen is that again, like the Pirate Bay and that kind of places are just gonna be ravaging. Like they're gonna be crazy. Right now, it's kind of harder to get into those without being infected by 1,000 fucking viruses.
But
But
antivirus has gotten a lot stronger.
the thing, yeah. But the thing is that they don't understand where there's a will, there's a way, and where we're punk rockers, we're gonna be punk rockers at
Well,
the end of the day.
I think also another thing here, and look, I'm realistic on this. I
Mm,
know physical media is not going to be around forever. I think we got maybe one more generation of physical media before we're done.
for sure.
I'm thinking that. However, I implore you. I understand and sympathize with people that are streaming or that are pirating games. It's expensive. It's a very expensive hobby. Nobody's going
Yes,
to dispute any of this.
it is. Mm-hmm.
If you want, I have to be honest here. When you see like the MIG switch or when you see like a hackable thing that you can do with your console, if the console's past generation, free reign. That's at that point up to the person that's playing around with it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to still own your property, if you still want to own your game, you need to kind of stop pirating right now the modern games that you can get physically. So when the new Zelda game comes out and it's hacked already,
Yeah.
suck it up, Buttercup. Go to the store and buy it. When Xenoblade 3 got hacked, set it aside, go buy it physically. Because when they lose money, they stop giving a shit. And the only thing that a company cares about is money.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to keep owning your product, if you still want to keep showing that you want to have, it's expensive. But let me think of some other expensive hobbies that, you still do.
Oh boy.
Would you say art is an expensive hobby,
Oh,
Yui?
it's
Yeah,
fucking.
and I'm generalizing when I'm attacking these things. Do
So
not think.
it's very expensive if you go into traditional art. You can always save a buck. But if you really want to do your products like and end results, want them right, it gets a bit up in the air. My
Yeah.
shit, like the tablets and such, they are
Hmm.
expensive. They're not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're not.
But so okay, art's expensive. Martial arts, depending on where you go to learn, can be very expensive. It's gonna be about $100 a month if you actually do it and the place doesn't screw you over.
Right. It's
And, that,
still
and that's
salty.
before equipment. That's before equipment, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
And you will pay for your own equipment if you're at a good place, to be honest. D&D would probably be another expensive hobby because you have to
That's
afford the books and
yeah.
then the
It,
miniatures and then all the
and
stuff.
depends on what you want to do because if you are like the basic bitch, you don't need like the figures and such. But if you want
But
to,
that's still an expensive book.
it's what I'm. Oh yeah, it is. A lot of people right now in this time and age, and since I started, they all share the PDFs. But
And that's fine. I'm
yeah,
not saying that that's wrong either. You
but
own
they're
your
not.
that's the benefit of owning.
But that's the thing. I mean, they're still printing books.
Yeah. Another thing, believe it or not,
Mm,
if you're a toy collector or you collect statues, a very expensive hobby on that.
mm-hmm.
If you are into computers, well, where do we begin? I mean, there's a whole store that you could drop $8,000
Yeah,
in, and
yeah,
end of day.
yeah.
Uh, if you are a fighting game fan and you want to kind of go to that next level, and I'm not saying you need to do this to get to the next level, but if you want like a good arcade stick, that's going to cost you some money.
Yeah, if you want a nice one, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you have to
It's
upgrade that about once a generation if you want to kind of do it right. That's my opinion.
depends on the fucking console. Yeah, sometimes it does change. Depends on the console.
Mm-hmm. But generally, I kind of like just having that because yeah, that's besides the point. But hobbies are expensive, ladies and gentlemen,
Mm-hmm.
and people need to understand and accept. Okay, I understand saving a buck. Yeah,
Told you.
yeah, yeah. I have my eye on one, but I'm not getting it yet. I can still limp through on the tiny. So,
Okay.
but so when it comes to hobbies in general, you have to pay. And I understand shaving a buck here and there, but you complain about prices, you vote with your wallet. And if you don't like something, let's say you played and you don't like it, if it's still in the return window, you drop it back off.
Yeah.
Get your money back. Because Best Buy has to fork out that money to you. And that also loses money for EA, that loses money for the developer, and it all kind of piles up from there. And that's how they learn, oh, well, they don't like this. We're not going to get money from that, so let's not do that again.
So, can I put my
Mm-hmm.
little penny on this?
Yeah.
So, I think the problem right now, and it just dawned to me, I don't know, you probably
A
know this.
revelation.
That's maybe my revelation. It's just that we were talking earlier about blockbusters and renting and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Remember? So
Yeah.
back in the day, it was a lot more cheaper for us to rent something, buy the console, because, for example, my parents didn't have a lot of money, so they bought us the
Yeah.
console with the basic fucking game, and then they thought, you know what, I can put a buck for the renting place, which it was Blockbuster or the mom and pop's place, right?
Yeah.
So that was still around like what, 2010, 11, 12? I don't
Something
know.
like that, yeah.
Yeah. So I think what happened is that Netflix was the one that actually shitted on those. Those were
Yeah.
the ones that actually took the beat on it. So right now they think they can do this to everything that is physical media. I understand that right now Best Buy said, well, fuck physical media. We're spending way too much money on this. Why? Everyone else is having their own thing. Also, I don't think their fucking steel books sell a lot. Maybe us.
Best Buy has been hemorrhaging money a little bit. They've always been kind of not shy about it.
So it's like, I understand that if you want to get movies or whatever, I don't even look anymore in stores unless it's like a thrift store or a secondhand store. If I find something on the out there, yes. If I
Mm-hmm.
want something new, well, there's always Target or Walmart. If I
If
want something stupid, Amazon. So
if you're actually going to be active in like a physical collection hobby of movies, CDs,
yeah,
whatever,
like
even video games, it's going to become a very secondhand focused area. And it's going to, honestly, I kind of think of it this way.
hmm,
Let's say the hypothetical subscription happens, okay?
right,
That sucks.
yeah.
I feel like it'll be a boon for mom and pop shows stores though.
Oh,
Because,
that's what you were saying. Yeah, definitely.
yeah, because like a lot of big companies are going to be like, well, we can't afford to make that money. Yeah, fair. But that mom and pop store that just kind of thrives on a local business on word of mouth
Mm-hmm.
and that they know are being taken care of and they're going to price competitively,
Right.
they're going to make a. If you're in an area that has like a electronics place, I want you to think about this. Not Micro Center. I'm talking local mom and pop
Oh
joint.
yeah, 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 yeah. I
If
used to
you're,
live
I'm
there.
just, yeah, we used to live there, but I'm sorry, cast your mind to a place that you can think of wherever you live. That you go, where do I go to get used X if it's electronics? I'm going to bet you odds on money you're going to go there for two reasons. They take care of you,
Yeah.
and you trust them.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're probably, and this is a third one, they're probably locally owned.
Yeah, for sure.
Or at least in a, by local, I mean they're within the state. There may be a couple of states even, but it's not like a multi-state. It's not a national company. It's a very small company.
Right.
I feel that's where it's going to get interesting because if those companies can kind of, it'll be like the resurrection of the mom and pop video stores. Remember, Blockbuster drove them
Yeah,
out
for
because it's
sure.
easier to corporatize, and it's like we can guarantee this movie rental. That's what killed mom and pop stores. If you think about it, local video game stores, what do they rely on now? They rely on used games, and I'm not talking GameStop. I'm talking your local ones.
Oh
Used
yeah, yeah,
games
yeah, yeah.
and completely niche crazy shit.
It's like here, what is it? The Game Over place? That's
Mm-hmm.
what it does. It's only old consoles and nichey fucking
And
things,
you
and
know
it's
what
like, what the
also they
fuck?
do there? And this is also going to be a very interesting topic on that.
Yeah.
They do repairs.
Oh yeah, for sure. They fix your fucking console.
Mm-hmm. So I will relay the story here real quick here and we'll move on from this. Just kind of food for thought on that.
Hmm.
Illy went to Micro Center, okay?
Yes,
And
I
I'm
did.
going to be yes, you did. You were hesitant to go there, were you not? You didn't trust it.
It's just that the story is like this. We went first to. I thought, well, let's go to Best Buy.
Best Buy.
Because it was the closest one to the house. It's honestly like 5 minutes from where we are.
Yes.
Like I want to do a price check before we go to one of those shady
Mm-hmm.
places around. It's like I don't want to take it to a place that it's like for fixing computers and fixes phones and such.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go there. Let's just go to somewhere that they actually have this kind of stuff.
Yes.
And it went very high up,
Yeah.
and yeah, and
Now,
then Brandon told me
now,
about the Micro Center. Yes,
okay, so let me tell the story for full disclosure purposes. They quoted you about $80 to ship it.
to
Before
just ship it.
diagnosis, to ship it.
Mm-hmm.
So not even guaranteed they're going to diagnose it. Okay? And you have to give up your computer. All right. Doesn't sound good. So I convinced her, let's try this Micro Center place because I heard good things. We go in there. Okay, you're in a queue. All right, well let's wander around. Hey, there's nice stuff here. Okay, we're getting called up. All right, here's the problem. Okay, give me 5 minutes. Okay, so it's this and this, and if you want to, I'll even do this. We have to charge you for the consultation, but it should be ready in 3 to 5 business days, and we'll call you. You have 30 days to pick it up, and we'll do bill from there. We go today. Guy recognizes us. He's like, okay, here's your computer. By the way, the part was a little more expensive. We had to break it down by this and this, and da 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 da. Illy, what are you going to do in the future when we go back up to Ohio?
I am going to buy all my shit there. Not even fucking because look, okay, like Brandon said, it went up the price than what they told me, but they didn't really go up. It was more the fact of the matter that they needed to do the repairing and such. And also, the guy said that he was gonna give it a cute
Mm-hmm.
little cleanup inside. Which, to be perfectly honest, it's smooth. The son of a bitch. It's not even warm or anything. It's not buffing
Yeah.
like it was to.
Now, that's a person that she's a convert. There's only 16 of these stores in the country. She is a convert. She is now ride or die at a Micro Center because of the customer service, because they took the time. You won't get that at Best Buy, you won't get that at Wally, and you won't get it at Target. Being
Yep.
completely blunt here.
Yep.
All right? That is going to change a lot of opinions when stuff starts breaking down, and there's some very. They've been around forever too, yes, but they're only small. They're small. They're big stores. Not even disputing that.
Yo,
But
it was full of
but
Karens, but it was working.
and also another thing. Here's some other names for you with those. Fry's, CompUSA, and all these other places, they all burnt out. Micro Center's still there. And why? Because of the customer service angle, because they were local, because they were smart, they knew their product. I went into Best Buy one time trying to figure out a hard drive for my PS4 or PS3, I think.
Yeah, that was a.
And I talked to the guy, and I did all my research on my phone there. So I'm like, okay, well, this guy's an expert. He'll know what he's talking about. He pulls out his phone and does the same fucking thing I just did. And
Yeah.
at that point, I was like, why am I talking to you?
Yeah, no, it seems like they know what they're doing and they know what. I didn't sit and talk with the seller because they
Mm-hmm.
were busy with all the Karens. But if if I go as like, you know what, I want this, this, and this, and I bet you money they're gonna show me what's the options,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll treat me like I'm 100%. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
So yeah,
I
at least
got
now ride
sold.
or die with those guys.
No, the fact of the matter is, like, I don't believe there's gonna be there for a week. I don't think it's gonna take them a week, bro. Next day,
Yeah.
yeah, we put the thing on the line. They sent me a text message on the phone. It was the same kid that was taking care of me. He
Mm-hmm.
said, like, hey, I did this. He checked it. We have it on the system. We asked for the part. I mean, okay. 2 days later, we have the part here. It's gonna be on a table now. I mean, okay. And Brandon was asking me, what was it, yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, have you received a message? I mean, no. It's like, you should call them. You know what? I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. They have till Friday night. I got out of work at 9 in the morning, and there was a message. Your computer is ready to pick up. Oh, and we have this option for like insurance and such. If you're interested, if you want it, this is the quote. I mean,
So they
god
got the
damn.
upsell on it too.
I was like, god damn. Well, sadly, I didn't want to put the money more because we're not gonna be
We're not going to
here.
be here long. Yeah.
So, but I said no, 100% on the next one that I'm having. I'm gonna put that shit up. I was like, no, put it. I'll be your bitch. This is
Yeah.
great service.
And
So,
also, if you're a streamer, you may want to look into these joints. But we're done talking about Micro Center and promoting them. Please give us free stuff.
for the love of God, please.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. So moving on to another topic here.
Mm-hmm.
Rocksteady Games. Do you know who they are, Illy?
You said as much. Rocksteady. I don't
Yeah.
remember, Brandon. I have 10
Okay. No, no,
gallons
no,
of
no, no,
chocolate in my
no, no, no. There's fine. That's fine. Rocksteady, if you don't know, is the guys that made the Batman games, the Arkham
Oh,
games. Okay.
okay.
But I'm gonna point out something here because this is gonna kind of prove my point here.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, I'm just checking here. There we go. This is from their Wikipedia page, okay?
Okay.
Games developed, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I mean,
6 games, okay?
if you want to send me the page, we can show it
No,
up
no, no,
there.
no, 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 because it's not worth it.
Okay.
The only game that they made that is not a DC property was made in 2006, and it's called Urban Chaos Riot Response.
Okay.
Everything else is Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, Batman Arkham Knight, Batman Arkham VR, and Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League.
Okay.
All right?
Mm.
So, by the way, these guys, the founders of it, used to work at Argonaut Studios, famous for Star Fox.
Yeah, I remember.
They're the guys that developed it. Yeah, and they weren't there when the good people were there, I feel like.
Okay.
They left Rocksteady when Suicide Squad was being developed because reasons.
Okay.
And coming from Polygon, this is also coming from the Polygon's website.
Uh-huh.
Rocksteady founders Saffron Hill and Jamie Walker have created a company called 100 Star Games.
Okay.
Now, their website is technically not live yet, but they have a website that you can go apply to. All right. Now, all of this is sounding interesting, right? It's like, hey, these are the guys that made the Batman games. They were the founders of Rocksteady, so the pedigree is kind of up there, yes?
Right. But you're saying apply to like work there?
Yeah, like as a developer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, here's where I have a problem with this. 6 games. 6 games. And I would argue Arkham Knight was not the greatest thing on the planet. It was a good game, but it wasn't like the greatest thing everybody makes it out to be. Arkham City, not even going to dispute that one. That one was a banger.
Yeah, I didn't like Origins, and I stopped caring about that.
Origins, I thought, was a vastly underrated game, but that's personal preference.
I don't know. I just didn't.
It wasn't as good as Arkham City.
Yeah, no, the bar was so high. Yeah, no, the bar was so high.
Yeah, and I went in thinking it was an expansion. And it was a different developer. So I'm like, this is an expansion pack. That's fine. And it was.
Okay.
Anyway, this company is called 100 Star Games. And why is it called 100 Star Games? Because they only wanted to hire 100 developers of experienced veterans and worthy newcomers. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, if you were like Shigeru Miyamoto, Hideo Kojima, I'm trying to think here. Who's the guy that did BioShock? Ken Levine. That's who I'm thinking of. If you're Ken Levine or John Carmack even, you could go and be like, yeah, I want to do something like this. That's a pedigree. Okay?
Right.
These guys, all they did was make Batman games.
So are they making more Batman games?
No, they're no longer affiliated with Warner Brothers.
So what are they doing?
So they're not doing anything yet, but it's like the ego of this the ego of this design is like, what? And it's like everybody's like, oh, I can't wait for this. So I'm like, you're assuming they're gonna do something good.
So
I
I,
I got one word for you in that regard, but I'll let you finish first.
I mean, you said 100 stars, and I thought it was a Chinese company. Not gonna lie, there. It sounds really bad. I know.
But
It does.
I have one word for you here.
Hmm.
Old PC gamers are gonna know this.
Uh huh.
Daikatana.
Daikatana.
Yeah, I didn't think you. Not that not honest. So, John Romero. Does that name ring a bell to you?
Mm. Just assume that I don't. I'm a potato.
Okay, that's fair. John Romero was one of the developers on Doom. Like he was the guy that kind of like worked on. He
Mm.
was like a him and American McGee were kind of like some of the people that worked on Doom.
Ah.
So again, we're
Okay.
establishing pedigree here. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
John Romero was kind of a diva of his time.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Okay, yeah, to the point that he made a new studio. I forget the name of the studio, and you'll understand why in a minute here. Because they wanted to make this game called Daikatana. And this thing was the mother of hype. Like, it was sort of like the Duke Nukem Forever before Duke Nukem Forever. Except it came out. And when it came out, it got crushed.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Like, how much was the advertising intense on this?
Mm-hmm.
They actually wrote in the advertisement, John Carmack's about to fuck, like screw you or like rape you and stuff like that. Like it's a '90s thing. It is a '90s thing here. But it was like kick your ass, stuff like that. It's like, oh no, don't do this. And
Oh
the
my god.
game flopped.
Wow.
And like everybody's talking about how great these guys were, and I'm like, they only produced Batman Arkham games. Aside from that, this is 100 people. What? Oh, you're only gonna hire 100 people to develop games? Okay.
I
Uh
mean,
huh.
so
You see where I'm going with this?
okay, that's stupid. That's stupid. Okay, 100 people.
Oh, but yeah, and everybody in the comments sections of websites that saw this are like, "Oh, they're so smart to get out of there." And I'm like, they still kind of did Suicide Squad. Maybe it was under pressure, but they still kind of helped with that.
I only heard bad things of that Suicide Squad game, sadly.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not even counting that against them, but I'm just saying they did have a toe in that. Where
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at them at is in the Arkham games. And I'm not saying the Arkham games are terrible by any means. They're
Oh,
great games. But when you think of Arkham, you don't think of gameplay. You think voice acting, plot written by Paul Dini, except for Arkham Knight. That was interesting why that one didn't work well.
mm.
Yeah, and also attention to comic lore detail, which, yeah, I'll give you the developers on that one, but they also had help from outsiders like Jeff Johns and others.
They should
You
just not
think
do.
of yeah, but the only reason the Batman games worked like they did was because they had that If you strip the Batman and all the license off of that one, and you made another game with your own creative mind, maybe on the combat it would have worked. But I don't think it would have gotten to the level and pedigree that they got to if it wasn't for the Batman bump.
Right. Oh well.
That's my opinion, but these guys, I feel like I kind of like sipping their own Kool-Aid in a sense, and I don't know if that's going to end well for them.
They were gonna try to do a cult out of them, and it's gonna blow in their faces. Period. Period.
Well, they're being very low key about it right now, so I'm not saying that they're doing that. They may not even do this at all, but this is where the hubris thing kind of comes into play in my head because you can think you're great, but once people start to see what you actually do without the license that kind of propelled you, is where it's gonna be very cool to see. I'm looking forward to see where they're going with that.
I think the problem is that it's like anything. You've been doing something with a license for the longest time, and okay, hey, I'm not saying it doesn't need some
There are some of
creativity,
the best games have been licensed games. Let's be fair.
but creativity, stories, and all that. Yes, 100% they're a big thing. But when your character is so goddamn big, you have a big ass push, Brandon. You know, at the end of the day, it's like fucking Kingdom Hearts. It's an example. I'm not saying if you put like good
Oh,
names, if you put good names, put good licenses, and and it's a rocking. Well, the story is just weird, but
Yeah.
it's gonna give you a big push. I think that's what they're writing of. It doesn't mean that they're gonna make a very original. Like if they do an original game, it doesn't mean that they're gonna hit all the marks. They have
Yeah.
pedigree, but I don't think their pedigree is that big. You know?
So here's the difference, and this is why I'm kind of like going hard on them.
Hmm.
Like Naughty Dog. I mean, say what you will now about them. I'm
Uh
not
huh.
even. But before all this stuff with the drama and them happened, that was a pedigree because they put their blood, sweat, and tears in it. They worked internally. They created these franchise that Sony has kind of put a pedestal in.
Oh, I'm so tired of hearing that everything looks like The Last of Us. That's the
Yeah.
only thing.
That's a victim of circumstance there. It's not the Last of Us fault. It's just trend chasers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But Uncharted is a good example. God of War. It's like if you think of your pillars, like Capcom, they have their own internal stuff also. But a lot of those companies had to kind of forge by creative force. Those Final Fantasy, obviously, we all know the stories of those.
All right.
But it's like they didn't have the handy license. Imagine if Square went to DC or Marvel and got handed Batman or I don't know, like even Daredevil for a license purpose.
Yeah.
That might have gotten them a little bit more of a bump and got them more of a pedigree, you know?
Right. Or Wolverine even. Like I know that they're
Well,
making a game, but I don't know if that's
yeah,
gonna
but
happen or not.
Insomniac also before they got the Spider-Man and now Wolverine license, they were known for Ratchet and Clank. They were known for other games. They
Oh,
built
for
a
sure.
pedigree. So
For
when
sure.
it's like we're gonna take this on, you're kind of like, well, now you have my attention, good sir.
Yeah, it's like I think a lot of games that came out before time, like Rocket and Ran or Racket and whatever that
Ratchet and
those
Clank, yes.
that thing. Uh, those were original games. Uh,
Mhm.
what is it? When the Silent Hill one came out, they were writing
Yeah.
on the first one. When Resident Evil came out, they were writing on the first one. Resident Evil is another one that needs to stop. Uh, but I know it sounded like, oh, I'm so fucking tired of this.
They're
But
not. That's just because people need to stop playing 4 and they can move on to a different game.
yes, for the love of fucking Christ. It's like us, like with Silent Hill. Hey, I already sunk that ship. It's like for me, it doesn't exist. It's not gonna come out ever again. Doesn't matter. I know I think the only game that I wish I could see it's because of Final Fantasy VII hit. I know it's never gonna happen with the Final Fantasy VIII. I know that for a fact.
Well, I can't. Don't ever say never because nobody thought Final Fantasy VII was going to happen.
They're gonna do Final Fantasy fucking 9 because it's the most edgy one or some bullshit like that. Nobody wants
Final
anything.
Fantasy IX wasn't that the one that they wanted to kind of like they went back to basics because they just wanted to say a send off to the PlayStation. It wasn't even that.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just salty about it. Also, you had a good point.
Ili's Husbando is on that game, FYI.
Look, bro, that ass I
Uh,
need to protect. But but the thing is that it's like you said it a while ago and you were like, "Let me burst your bubble. Let me burst your bubble, baby." But the line that it has, like the bar that it has after Final Fantasy VII, it's too high. I mean, it doesn't matter. We all love Squall. Rocket Girls knows. We all love Squall. Nobody thinks about it. The story behind it is really good. Just nobody thinks about it. They only think about the fucking meme that he looks pixelated. That's the only thing. But yeah, I'm still thinking about that. I will be an older lady when I'm in my 60s and I get that. I'd be like, Brandon, I can die in peace. Let me just play this shit.
all
So,
right.
but yeah, I get going back. Yeah, I mean, licenses do really push you. I mean,
And a license used right can actually send you to the next stratosphere.
right?
Like if Rocksteady was like, okay, we got this license. Hey, we made this really good game. They were bought by Warner Brothers. That
Hmm.
company is owned by Warner Brothers. Now, unfortunately, this is where we go back to the thing we were talking about earlier about subscription. It's like you need to churn out content so we can justify this purchase. If maybe another company had bought them instead of Warner Brothers, and we're like, okay, so you did the Batman thing. What you got original? We want to make a new property with you guys. We're gonna let
Yeah,
you do this. That's where I'm gonna see very different things.
right. Sorry, I needed to post that.
You're fine. Totally fine.
So,
All right, so but it's just interesting thing. Speaking of games that have a established brand,
Hmm.
and we have somebody here that knows anything about it.
Mm.
There's a game coming out next week.
Oh, what game, Brandon?
What game? What game you say? I'm talking about Super Street Fighter Hello Kitty Rainbow Fight You Edition.
Yay! I want to play that shit. I
Yeah,
wouldn't be
I mean, I
surprised
mean,
because it's
I
the
mean, Hello Kitty has studied Venusian Aikido, so she will be able to fight. And Agrescu is just going to come full out Muay Thai, so we're ready to go.
I want that. Now I want that.
Anybody who knows what Venusian Aikido is, you have good taste. Akia!
Eh, um. So
By the way, before we
Tekken.
get into that,
God
Tom
damn.
Baker is fucking 90s years old, man.
Yeah.
Did you see those pictures of him?
Yeah. He does look like my favorite doctor now. I don't know if he's doing it out of love me, and I'm like, I already have your younger version. Thank you. Get away from me,
Well, he's
older
doing
wrinkle.
audio plays, so he's still doing shit.
He's fucking insane, bro. He's gonna die crazy.
He started crazy. What's your point?
He's got well, he's being consistent, so
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing if not consistent. Yeah, but I just had to pause on that. I was like, Tom Baker's fucking 90, man.
oh, I'm thinking about putting a poster of my favorite doctor on the background from this. I was kind
Just
of thinking about
what you should do, honestly, Illy,
Mm.
if I may be as bold.
yes, please.
Why don't you have Illy's husbandu corner and do a picture of him?
Of my favorite old fart that does
Yeah, why
Akia.
not? Mhm,
God
why
damn.
not?
Yo, it's just that I'm getting tired of Dahmer looking at me and watching Chris Chan. It's like I kind of need to move on from that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna move on from Chris Chan. He's still around. So, but
yeah.
yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. I need to move on from my posters. Anyway,
Mm, Need to refresh every so often.
refresh definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and of course we have the pug. God save the pug.
God save the pug.
Yeah.
She's
Anyway,
snoring
back on
right now.
topic. Yeah, back on topic. Second Date's coming out this week. People are now frothing at the mouth, and I believe some people are like having um psychiatric episodes waiting for that game. I'm not saying it, I'm just kind of paraphrasing. Uh, I'm trying to think here. It's gonna be it's gonna be very interesting to see how this game falls because
Hmm.
I don't know if the hype meter is too high or high enough yet. Because it's looking good. I will buy the game. I have my reservations, but I feel that the game itself has got enough content, and also I'll have time to play with it. Finally, I will be justified in doing this.
I love that. I think of Tekken 8 and I feel like that little song that they put when they present a character is just ingrained in my brain because I feel like every weekend you're like, oh, there's a new character. I mean, oh my god, they need to stop. How-
Well, hey, Tekken's soundtrack has always been a little bit dubsteppy. I'm
oh
not even
my
going to
god.
dispute that.
Yeah, it's not.
I actually kind of think the song is catchy. I will
It
admit
is
it.
catchy. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I wish I had like that sound for my phone for some reason. I mean, it's just loud enough. It's like, what the
No,
hell
what
is
I want
that?
is I want that new Challenger thing. I want the
Oh,
voice
here
line,
comes
new Challenger Chaos Director or something like that.
yeah, because it sounds really loud and really Japanese. Here comes a new cat. I mean, oh my god, please stop.
Turns out they got the guy from New Japan. They just upped his voice.
He sounds like it though. He does sound like him.
Yeah, because I still love when the AEW do the New Japan thing with them, and it's like they have and coming in from so and so, it's Gian Moxley, and then the other guy, John Moxley.
Oh, I get hyped. I want to take out my little lighting sticks. Like, yeah, I don't know, it's the same thing, but I just want to get pumped up.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
Japanese announcers just get you pumped.
Yeah, it's just insane. But
Like, imagine if they did like the Dragon Ball anime, like instead of like getting the usual like, we'll find out today on Dragon Ball Z, it's like, we will find out today on Dragon Ball Z. Like, how much more pumped we would have gotten for that show?
bro, I don't know. I would be with my little sticks.
We will now be doing. I will now be doing voice work for very dubbed very badly Japanese impersonation by a white man. So, look forward to that on MNR.
At some point, I'm gonna learn Swedish, Brandon. I am
Oh
learning.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I told Brandon like this because I'm bored now. At the start of the year, I got not a lot of work. This week I've been doing the
By the way, she
Swedish.
has her computer back, so if you need commissions, you can ask her.
Please, I need to recuperate my money. I'm broke, but it's been worth it. It's worth it. My baby is
Join the
not doing the
Discord,
sound.
get her up there. Yep.
I'm
For all
so
your banner, Twitch needs, she's got you covered. Want custom fan art? She's got you covered.
can we
Doing the
do
hard
a,
sell here. Hard sell.
can we do a little bit of me screaming with the please because it's like just I sounded really
Hang on.
desperate.
Hang
What?
on. We gotta do this right, okay? We're in the topic here.
Okay.
Get ready for the next battle. New challenger! Elite commissions for sale!
The bad thing is that I think it sounded on the other fucking microphone
Canceled out.
because it sounded again you got too loud and the thing got broke. Like, oh, Brandon broke the microphone again.
As usual.
But yeah, I'm open to commissions again. I think I need to do a desperate thing on my Twitch and on my Twitter and everything. But I'll be really available on fucking February. God damn, I'm gonna be super available. So wait for it, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh
But no,
god.
it's gonna be. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get online the first day. I feel like everybody's like so hyped for Tekken 8 that his servers are gonna be kind of crashing.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But you're planning on getting it like in a couple of, if not a week,
Oh,
or something like that, right?
I'll probably get if everything works right. You work Friday, right?
I don't fucking clue. I guess so.
Yeah. So when I get up to take you to work, I am probably going to just pre-order it and take my luck there, and then if nothing else, come by and pick you up, or have you pick it up, whatever, and have it at home when I get home tonight that night, and
Oh
basically,
yeah, you're talking about
and then
this coming Friday?
yeah,
Oh yeah,
hmm
yeah. Yeah, I'm working that day. I got him off.
yeah.
So
But at that point, I am going to basically just go into R&D and see what I can play with. I don't plan on getting online till like Saturday night at the earliest, and that's being optimistic.
Rockagoth is having an aneurysm.
Yeah, it's a very Dayglow aneurysm too.
Hmm.
Very neon.
Let me just put. I think I can put like a bunch of dinosaurs because I like my dinosaurs. There you go.
And
I,
now rise for your cult anthem, because we got this going, and I know we're cult.
fucking screaming goat. The goat is awesome. I want that goat, Brandon. I want the little goat
I'm
that
surprised.
screams. What?
And for those of you that are in a cult and you're still confused, just gonna leave this there.
Oh, for the love
Yeah,
of
that's
God! Haven't any of you ever been in a cult before?
I need to go start streaming that game again because boy,
Yeah,
I
you
want
might well.
I want to put all my poop people running around naked making baby poops. I'm waiting for that baby to come out. I fused a bunny and a poop man, and I want to see how the poop bunny is gonna be. Yeah.
Coming this week to Illy's streams.
We're gonna see the poop bunny.
I got nothing.
The poop bunny is gonna be great. I'm just at this point. I'm like I'm the goat that likes to do experiments that God hates. So it's like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Say,
But don't fret. For those of you that are Tekken fans, I'm sure I'll be streaming this game at some point. It's just I feel like it's inevitability at this rate.
so you want me to play against you? You're probably gonna say yeah,
I can
sure.
do it online. I can do online if you want to play. You're welcome.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a lot of time to play. That's kind of why I'm like, I'll
It's
just.
like I come home from work one day. It's like, so I mastered this character. I'm like,
So
okay.
let's fight. I learned kung fu, and we're gonna do the fucking Morpheus Neo kind of bullshit.
Show me.
Show me. Oh god, come on. I used to play those fucking tournaments. I could
No.
do this.
Look, you don't have your capoeira cheap character, so
No, bitch. I use the fucking boxer. What's wrong with you?
you, Steve.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. I thought
That
you
was
used Christy.
Christy was my main bitch when I wanted to get rid of them really quick. But if I wanted to have fun, I was with the boxer guy.
Yeah, that boxer. You don't sleep on Steve. You don't. It's that guy can. That guy's got some range when he wants to do it.
Wow, my brain went to "You Don't Sleep with Steve" and me. Hmm. My brain just went really far away, Brandon. Anyway,
Okay, moving on.
please move on because my
Yes.
brain just went really far away.
Okay, so I got two other stories here we can talk about real quick. They're both related. They're
Are
both
they?
comic books, but they're comic book media, not comic books. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
First one is fans of Netflix Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage and Iron Fist. You know, the one person that besides the guy that played him probably that was interested in it. Rejoice because they are now canon again.
Wait. I have a sound for that.
Is it the crowd goes wild? I was gonna do that. Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, that's a cool thing that the Daredevil is canon again.
Yeah, you said that, and
Oh,
I'm
by the
kind of
way,
happy.
Punisher is also canon. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Are they gonna do a third season so I can sit my ass and
I'm
watch
getting
that?
I'm getting to that actually.
Oh.
So, with this Echo show, which I kind of need to check out, I just haven't had a chance yet.
Uh-huh.
With Echo, they sort of reintroduced the Netflix shows with some canon dropping of Wilson Fisk.
Okay.
So, Daredevil Born Again was the show that was going to kind of move over to Disney Plus, and they were going to retool it so it would be Disneyfied, I guess.
Okay.
Well, thanks to Marvel shitting the bed in all things media, I guess, that went out the window.
As they do. I'm
I
glad.
will say this though, from the outside of 2 episodes of this season, the What If show has actually been pretty good.
Yeah. That one that we didn't get that didn't have anything to do there. Beyond
Something
that,
tells me it's going to play on the season finale. You know how they like to do those things. It's
Bro.
all connected.
I love the one that we saw the last night.
But the 10 rings, yeah, that was pretty
Yeah, it
good.
was great. I mean, I never think about the 10 rings bullshit, and goddamn,
Because they don't let you because they haven't moved anything forward with that.
Yeah, and that movie wasn't bad. That movie wasn't
No.
bad. No, it was
Shang-Chi, I thought
fun.
was a very strong contender for like rebooting, like introducing the next phase of Marvel. I thought that was like they're trying new things, they're putting new characters in. I'm like, I like this, and the sequel's gonna have the head if they ever do it.
And the guy was kind of hot for Asian, my Asian.
I just thought
Standards.
the fight. I thought the fights were pretty good.
I mean, everyone bitches like, "Oh, it's all CG." It's like, bro, that's.
I have two
That's
words for you:
anything.
Black Panther.
Oh my god!
The first one, that last fight in the first one was like all CG.
Brandon, you didn't even watch the second one. The second one looked like they didn't finish it. Period. My brother was like, "This. Why did I pay a full price for a movie that looks like a cartoon?" And me, bro, burning.
Right. So anyway, moving on to what we were talking about. The Daredevil Born Again is resuming production, and it has been largely confirmed. I don't know if it's officially sourced yet, so if anybody in our chat wants to officially confirm this, the returning characters of Karen Page and Foggy Nelson will be played by the respective actors from the Daredevil show. That is Deborah Ann Wool as Karen Page and Eldon Henson as Foxy. Or Foggy,
Good.
John Bernthal has been confirmed as Frank Castle Punisher for that show.
God bless.
So you're getting your cake and eating it too, Illy.
Oh no! Yes, I like that guy.
And and also I honestly thought Charlie Cox was cast perfectly as Daredevil. Like if you watch him in Boardwalk Empire, I'm like, I'm in. Just put that guy on something. And he crushed it.
He's good.
I thought he did a very good Daredevil. Like he actually took it serious.
I mean, we had a very low bar, Brandon. Like we don't talk about it. I get it.
The only character that kind of wasn't that great was the Elektra character, but that was also, I feel like they're trying to do something with that, but they're trying something new. And if I want the established canon, of course I have the established canon.
Right.
So I don't really worry about it. Daredevil is also Elektra in the comics right now, so there's that.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. And that's not the first time that's happened, but the Elektra thing was a little funky, but they were trying to do some things with the hand and it didn't work, so that'll be interesting to see where they move on with that. Also, why'd they put Sigourney Weaver in there still is beyond me.
Sigourney Weaver, that was on
She was the bad guy in that Defenders show. She was the big bad.
Huh. I didn't watch that one, so.
Yeah, it was something.
Yeah. You were more into that one, to be perfectly. I only watched
that was the Gotham Knights, or not the Gotham Knights, the Marvel Knights. That was like their street branding.
Yeah, I
that
remember.
was in the comics of that. So that was the idea of that.
I honestly, I think I watched Punisher because I always liked the Punisher movies and that kind of stuff, and that was
I
yeah.
still think Thomas Jane was a very underrated Punisher.
Dolph Lundgren always looked like he wanted a sandwich on that movie. Have you ever seen that one? Have you ever seen that one?
Probably years ago, Willie. I have not seen that one in forever.
So there's two scenes that are just stuck in my brain. One is like him like I don't want to do anything, and he looks like he hasn't slept and eaten like anything in the whole time, and for some fucking reason he's sitting in the fucking sewers with candles, butt naked, and I'm like, I didn't need this.
Okay.
It's just two things, and
Mm,
for some reason there's fucking Yakuza samurai things. That's about it.
Okay.
That's all you need to know. Like he's
Mm.
tired.
Yep.
He's old. He's
They're
tired.
probably
He's tired.
Mm. They're
So
probably trying to introduce the hand in that one because I feel like for years Marvel has been trying to build a cinematic universe and just failing. So leads us to our second one.
Hmm.
Somebody that actually probably made an actual successful universe is DC Animation.
Oh,
So with the oncoming James Gunn administration of DC Studios, which is the new name for the media side of things, not DC Comics,
right.
the guys that are currently making the movies, they just released the first of the 3-part Crisis movies.
Okay.
Haven't seen that one yet.
Okay.
They're not sure if they're going to have any more animated movies going forward. And by animated movies, I mean, and this is where I kind of take umbrage, faithful adaptations.
Faithful adaptations of animations.
From comic book movies, from comic book stories to animation, and to which I was thinking, you've done that because you really haven't done that.
I was gonna say, didn't you say that the Flashpoint was like something completely different? And there's like a bunch of shit
No,
that is like,
so Flashpoint, from what I didn't read Flashpoint in the comics because it's the Flash, and I don't really care about the
yeah,
Flash.
you don't like the
he's-
Flash.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, not that I don't like him. It's just his character's boring when he's not around like
You
other
don't-
characters.
You don't like the Flash. You don't have to be nice, Brandon. You just don't like him. Period. That's
It's
fine.
interesting. No, okay. So if we're gonna have this real quick, if a character like the Hulk's a good example, there's nothing wrong with the idea of the Hulk. I may not like the power or the character, but when they work well with other characters, I'm open to it. If I hate a character, we're gonna go with Lobo because I feel like he is the most overrated
God.
90s character ever.
Okay. God.
Also created by one of my favorite creators, Keith Geffen, and I think he was kind of like, I don't know why this guy's still popular, but whatever.
Right. Okay. But well,
But yeah, that's where I'm kind of going with that one.
Okay.
They don't know where they're going with the DC movies, if they're even going to happen at this point in the animated side.
okay.
So that does sort of mean an end of an era in a weird way, because if you look at what Marvel Animation has done versus DC, it's a one-sided fist fight if I ever saw it.
Right.
Because, I mean, need we only go to Batman the Animated Series or up to Justice League Unlimited with those? The DC movies they did from Flashpoint to the Apocalypse War, mileage will vary. Those were interesting.
Okay.
And I'm still coming around to Apocalypse War because it's like every time I watch Apocalypse War, it becomes more and more of a train wreck I can't look away from in a good way.
Okay.
Because there's some crazy ideas that they do there that I'm like, all right, get behind these, but it's still weird.
So.
Okay. Yeah.
No, go ahead. You're still.
And then they got the now Tomorrowverse where they have the Man of Tomorrow. I think the Long Halloween adaptation was in there.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, that I haven't seen Long Halloween. The War World one I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, you said that it was shitty.
It was kind of dull. I was like, I don't know where you're going with this, and I'm losing interest. So I watched Return of the Joker last night instead. I made a good choice, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a good show. No, I mean
I
that
forgot how
option. I mean,
that one got brutal. I forgot. how
yeah,
brutal
it's
it got.
really brutal. I loved it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So it's going to be. I think there's still going to be animated series or animated movies. I don't know if it's going to be with the same people.
I know that they're doing an animated series about those weird Franken duties guys. I don't know what the fuck it is. Like,
Franken duty.
I say
The
Franken.
Metal
Whatever.
Men?
I don't know what the fuck it is, Brandon. I just saw a character that looks like a Frankenstein, and there's like a bunch of weirdos on this. Like, okay, and I remember you saying like, of course they're gonna grab like the weirdest fucking group.
Oh, was that Doom Patrol?
No, it's not Doom Patrol. It's something else.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
something
because
else.
because it's like I'm sitting here in my head. I'm like Frankenstein-looking guy. Well, there is
No,
actually a
it's not, dude.
Frankenstein in
That's
DC universe, and then there's an actual guy that looks like Frankenstein, and I'm thinking the Metal Man, and
I
it's
got
just
no
da da da
fucking
da
clue.
da.
Look, Brandon, I don't know. I saw it like 10 years ago. Like I said,
Oh,
I
okay.
saw it, I saw it a while ago, like when they revealed all the shit. And
Mhm.
that's fine. You know what? Maybe they need a break from the animated ones because I feel like they brought one every fucking 5
Yeah, but it
months.
was also the animation from Warner Bros. Has always been pretty quality too. I will even say, at first I was not kind of hesitant on it, but My Adventures with Superman, from what I saw, I was like, this ain't bad.
We didn't finish it though.
No, we could finish it if we choose to, but it was like, from what I saw of it, I was like, okay, I see where you're going with this, and I like that you're not making Lois and Clark instantly family. You're actually like making a foundation to build upon,
And
and character layers.
nobody liked that
I was
fucking
cool with that.
Lois. I don't know why.
I thought she was very Lois, in fact.
Yeah, I thought that she was great. It's like, oh no, she's being like this and that. Like that would be a Lois
Well,
kind of thing.
I can opine on that if you wish, because I have a feeling I know what it is.
Well,
She
just say
wasn't she wasn't white.
it because she was Asian. I think she was
Yeah,
Asian.
yeah, I think but it's like you saw the show, and it's like you saw it was my Korean. It's like, oh, this makes sense.
Yeah, I thought that. I mean, even the guy, even the Superman was like he looks very Korean, and I like it.
Yeah, but it's like also it was just Jack Quaid who could play the
Oh,
nicest guy on the
I love
planet.
him. I love him.
That was good casting. I won't even dispute that one.
He's just so goddamn adorable. He's fucking adorable and demented. I follow him on
Yeah.
Twitter, and he's weird. So
Well, he does work with the boys, so
yeah, that's another show that is coming soon.
yeah. The boys is one of those ones that's like I like the show, but I don't get bent out of shape about it because it's like there's no way they're not going to do a straight comic adaptation. There's just
yeah.
no way it could work.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And also, I kind of like the fact that they took a different angle with it and kind of made it more politically charged.
Yeah,
I kind of liked it personally,
Mhm.
but there's no way they were going to do half the shit.
Homelander just makes me feel weird, and that I don't remember
It is.
what was the series where everyone's fucking head exploded. What
That was
was
The
the
Boys.
season? No, the season.
That was
I'm
the
sorry.
second season.
God damn it! I hated that season because it was just giving me anxiety every 5 minutes. So,
Yeah,
but
but
it was
no,
a good show.
it's a good show, but it's like everybody always bitches about like, oh, it's not a comic adaptation. It's like it's not going to be, and you should make peace with that. It's just like anything else. You want the original? Go read the original. Go
Read
see
the
the
comic.
original. It's no, even movies, because it's like some people get pissed off when it gets adapted to TV. The original's out there. Just be fine with that. You're putting it through a different lens. It's going to be different.
There's a movie of them? No, right?
No, I'm talking an example of any movie.
Okay. No,
Yeah,
it's
like
I understand what you're saying, but people just I don't know what people want anymore. I'm just frustrated, and because of the people that are loud and stupid, that they think that their opinions and their ideas are great, they make stupid things. It's just
got a couple of stories that I forgot to tell these.
oh boy.
So we went to a comic shop today, as we mentioned earlier. It's a very old one, and it's not a bad thing, and it was on our way to where we needed to go to get the patient. But I was looking yesterday to go where it was, and I was like, oh, I'll check the reviews, just kind of see what there is. And by and large, it's doing fine and all that stuff. And then there was one review, and I'm not going to go into super detail about it.
You should fucking look it, because it's just comedy gold.
Yeah, it's like, if you ever thought of a person that goes to a comic book shop, it's like it was distilled into this review. I was reading it like,
what?
What
is the name of the comic book store, love? Can you repeat it to me?
Third Planet.
I'm gonna look it up, that shit.
Yeah, so basically the guy was getting pissed off because they ripped him off on Kevin Smith comic book merch, which I'm like, okay. I mean, Kevin Smith's an okay writer. I actually liked him better before he kind of phoned it in.
For sure. I'm trying to look.
I think honestly, Kevin Smith has great dialogue, but everything else is up to debate, and I think he would even admit that much.
Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. I found it.
Okay, you're gonna read it, aren't you?
Yeah. So,
all right. So this is a review from how many years ago?
This was from. Why does it say a month ago? No, 2012. There we
Okay.
go.
All right. So let us recite and play your preferred classical music in the
yeah,
background for
please
this
do, because I can't put
beautiful
it.
literature that Illy is about to read. And
So,
scene.
I don't want to say the name of the guy because why?
Yeah, no, just
Yeah. Okay.
go.
Okay. Okay. 1-star review. Ripped off of a rare Kevin Smith Green Arrow and other comic related to Kevin Smith. I was laughed at and ridiculed when I said, "You ripped me off. If karma has not found you, I will. I'm 210,000 pounds, 6 feet,
210 pounds.
yeah, and grew up fighting. And if I find you in H-Town, I'm going to take you out on the town. Looking to see you. This was in 2012. The scumbag that works there has karma with fire coming." 1-star review. That guy. I
You thought
want
I was gonna do the clap.
no, no. The honk was perfect. Like when you showed me this, I was like, wow.
What?
This is for real, huh? Somebody also bitched about Pokemon cards and had a
Oh
1-star
yeah,
review.
scam. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. That's great. It's
So
like,
it's like I get it, and look, some of those things some of these things that they talk about in these reviews may have been true. I'm not even disputing these.
Sure.
It's the reaction to it that is like, it's more the reaction to that because I'm like, who the fuck? What? Wow. Like,
oh,
I went in there and it's like, okay, to be perfectly honest, it's a place that I would not go if I didn't have a reason to go in that direction. It's not like, well, this is going to be my new comic shop going forward. It didn't have that vibe to me.
right.
It felt more of a collectatorium in there, and that's not a bad thing either.
I mean, it had like some cool things. It had a fucking bunch of wives and fucking waifus, I mean,
Swimsuits.
on swimsuits and a bunch of husbandos and shit, like the new ones.
Yeah, and hey, so most comic shops are kind of going one of two directions right now anymore.
Right,
They're either leaning into gaming, like your D&Ds, your Yu-Gi-Ohs, your Magic the Gatherings,
right,
or they're leaning into the collectibles.
right.
There's very few. I would even say the place here leans more to gaming because I see the gaming more active
Where? Like in?
over where we go.
Oh yeah, it's more. Well, no, they're more into cards though. If that's what you're saying.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm saying that that's where they lean to right now. I mean, they still have comics.
yeah. I think the other place, the one that is actually for games and such, they do more.
Oh, they don't have any comics, but they never were comics.
No,
They never even tried to be.
no. I'm just talking about games in
Mhm.
general. It's a
Yeah.
gameplay, so
Yeah, but it's like when you hear of like a comic book nerd and stuff like that, it's like what Illy read was like the distilled stereotype in my mind. And I'm like, wow.
oh
Like I
my.
haven't heard one of those in forever. And
I
then it's like
th-
these are the same people. Like I'm trying to find a copy of the new Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm gonna have to get a second reprint, which I'm fine with. I'm just trying to find a damn copy. I just want to read the fucker.
right.
And then another one, I posted it in our Discord of I found a new copy of Nightwing, and it's the comic book is a meme.
Mm-hmm.
And the story, I mean, it's a great book. Honestly, Nightwing's one of the most consistent comic books I read
That
because the plot and
ass.
all that. Okay, yeah. For you,
Sorry.
fine. But it's like for the comic book, it's like a consistent, very good story. And I was like, did anything interesting happen in this book? Maybe there's some like seismic event. It's like, no, it's just because it references a meme, people bought it out. Like I went to the comic shop. This is a book that is always sitting there and it wasn't there because of that. And I'm like, really? And I can bet you money those people went and bought all those copies and they went right up on eBay.
Yeah, that's what they do here. No, here in this area though. This
I
area.
I think it's one of the well, I think the Ultimate Spider-Man one's also one of those. I got a first edition.
Yeah, true on that.
Oh, we have a Wheel of Chaos. That's fine.
Got bored. Ah, let
I
me
don't blame
whooped.
her.
Okay. Oh god. Oh, I poked the wrong button. Whippage.
All right, well,
there we go.
let's go.
Okay.
Stand by for action. You're fine. All right, what are we doing? Wheel of Chaos. Turn.
White Knight.
Tell us about that thing that we should flip.
Oh
Huh?
god, why is it nightmare fuel?
What is? Okay, you're gonna have to explain this.
Okay, I
Nightmare
don't
fuel,
know.
okay.
Yeah, nightmare fuel. Brandon, tell me something that is nightmare fuel for you.
Um,
That's so random, I know.
Wow, you put me on the. This is why it works. You put me on the spot. I'm trying to think now. It's like fuck. Nightmare Fuel. Nightmare Fuel. Um,
Fucking.
do you have something so I can think honestly? Because I'm.
So
It's Nightmare Fuel to
the
me.
only nightmare fuel that I can think of right now is that fucking ad of the kids driving right on the fucking bikes that we saw in Rift Tracks. That it has a bunch of kids with monkey masks.
Okay,
That's always been my what is
like
it?
the retro-y type shit.
Yeah, I there's something about retro shit with masks that are just like Jesus fucking
Oh, okay.
Christ.
Well, if we're gonna go with that, you know what my Nightmare Fuel is?
Uh,
Those Rankin Bass claymation specials.
oh,
Those
what are
things
those?
creep the every fucking fiber out of me.
What is
Like
that?
Rudolph, Snowflake, Frosty, those are just unsettling to me, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I thought that nightmare fuel for us is like those things that were not meant for being horror, and that's a good one, Brandon. That's actually a very good one. Also, you know what? Something that I learned recently. Have you ever seen ads for protection kits on fucking Britain? They're fucking insane. There's a Twitter called Scarred for Life. You should follow it because it's fucking insane. And they show you the ads that they used to watch. Yo, we had a nice childhood. I'm just
You
gonna say
remember?
that.
You remember? What was it last week tonight? They showed us what they used to use for like an electric company promotion, and it was like a electrical guy,
Yeah.
and then they like rigged it up so it's like it had a knife, and it's like he's gonna stab you.
Oh, there's like so many ads out there for like protection.
Oh, remember Rift Tracks did those? Like they did the one with
The
the
kerosene.
California kids safety thing.
Whoa. Well, no, I don't remember that one. Remember?
No, because so it was like the kids were fucking around and then they did something and then they showed the result. Like the kid got like horribly mutilated or something. Do you remember
Yes!
that? It was a black and
Yes!
white one.
Yes. Oh, the one that you shouldn't be in a enclosed place with kerosene because back in the 60s, 50s.
Oh yeah, no, that was the 30s one, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh
It's gonna
my
blow.
god.
Be ready. Be careful. It's going to blow. And then like the really bad fire effect that was clearly animated.
Also, the assets protections videos for companies like I saw a bunch of those from
Oh,
China.
shake
and
hands with danger. Yes.
yeah, no. You're gonna die. Shit, like, be protected, wear a helmet, and they show a bunch of shit that can happen to you if you don't wear a helmet. Jesus fucking Christ.
By the way, all of these are pretty much, I'm sure, available on Rift Track's YouTube page if you want to go and watch these
They
just
are.
with riffs. Because it's
Actually,
like the Shake Hand with Dangers one's awesome.
yeah. Oh, that one is great. The one with oh my
Shake
god,
Hand with Danger.
with the fucking southern accent. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, those are good ones. Oh, I'm glad that I put a Nightmare Fuel on that.
Yeah. By the way, for those of you that are paying attention, yes, it was a little expensive, but it's like, you know, we want to make sure that you use it, that you got good intent. It's not like, oh, we're bored.
Like she took the
Yeah.
she took the chance and she did it. Good for you, Grok.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's that. I'm trying to add some, like, these are things I'm trying to add into the show for a little more viewer spontaneity. It's like, I know we ramble, and it's like, if we can kind of, like, course correct with the viewer, then that works out. That's kind of working great.
Not gonna lie, I was like drinking water. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my god, the Wheel of Fortune. We need to go. The Wheel of Chaos. We need to go for it. Jesus.
So, but to kind of continue on what I was talking about, another story I had today with the.
Speaking of Nightmare Fuel, the
Yeah.
pug is.
Well, it's dead asleep. No, but
Yeah.
you don't. It's not. It's meant to be rude on purpose. You're not doing anything wrong. It's meant to be spot on the spot and see where it goes.
Oh no, it's for us to wake up from whatever ramble we're
Yeah.
doing. So it's kind of
Yeah.
worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah. But another one that I had happen today was so I went to Walmart and I was kind of checking out the figures and stuff. I got Ellie actually an X-Men Rogue figure, which she was like, okay, and I was like, I thought you'd like this. She's like, I guess.
It wasn't that I didn't like it. It's more of a I did not expect this. Thank you.
Oh, okay, that's fair. So anyway, I was wandering around there and I kind of checked my things, and there was this guy, kind of like he wasn't following me, but I felt like he was following me.
Yeah, the creeper.
And it's like, so I was looking at figures and I was kind of like sorting through them, and then like right behind me, the dude was literally mimicking me, and I'm like, okay,
Ugh.
that's a little weird. And then I checked the X-Men figures. I'm like, okay, let me go check the Transformers. They had the Optimus Prime that I actually found another one of those Optimus Primes in the wild that I got.
Uh-huh.
I saw. I'm like, oh, cool. Put it back. The guy took a look at it, put it back. I'm like, all right. And then I
Oh.
kind of checked back over on the X-Men. And he kind of looked at me. He's like, are these Marvel Legends? And I'm like, I don't know. I saw one. That's a Marvel's Legend. I see it on the box. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And he's like looking at me like I'm like trying to screw him over or something. I'm like, no, I don't know.
That is nightmare fuel in the rights. Like,
Yeah. So eventually, I kind of like circled back, and I'm like, okay, well, I got the Rogue figure because me and Illy were talking about it one time, and she was like, well, if I was gonna get a figure, I'd rather get Rogue than Jean Grey. And I was like, okay, put a mental note in my head. It's the first time I've seen one in the wild. I'm like, okay, grab it.
okay.
And I walk away, and I turn the box around, and I'm like, oh, it is a Marvel Legends. What do you know? I'm just moving along with my day. But the guy was like kind of like circling around there, and he was talking to people, and I'm like, I'm not sure if you're a collector or a scalper or both or just something else entirely. But it was
Generally
like,
special.
yeah, it was like the guy was like kind of asking me things. I'm like, look, I'm cool with like the big brother trying to help out people thing. I try to do that. I do try to be a mensch. But it was like the guy was like getting into my personal space, and I'm like, are we gonna do fisticuffs over a figure? I don't think I've ever done this before. How do the rules go with this, young sir?
I look, I deal with that kind of people daily, and I know what you mean. That's kind of why I don't miss being in the afternoons and evenings, because fuck, there are creepos out there, and more if I'm a chick. I'm a chick at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
Like I was just sitting there, like it's like I feel like if we both put our hands on that rogue, it's like all of a sudden that announcer talks like, "Get ready for the next battle," and it's like
Hmm.
I'm in a fighting game. What? Why is this guy coming at me?
Bro, if this person was there when I saw my Danhausen, I would have fist fight him. I was like, we're gonna
Oh, I know
fist
you would
fight. We're gonna fist fight. I was ready for
have.
this
Handicap match
handicap match. Why handicap? I'm not
because
handicapped.
I'm there to help you.
Oh, I thought I'm just gonna shut up. I don't want to get canceled at all. I don't want to get canceled. Period. Oh God, I'm just gonna put
Yeah, because
hashtag.
usually like so if you are a figure collector like I am, like generally I've kind of developed like a I try to, especially with Illy now, I kind of learned some things. I generally try to be respectful to the people working in those aisles because I know that they deal with a bunch of people that are not very sociable, and I just kind of like, look, I know what I'm looking for. I'm gonna stay out of your way. If I need something or I want to ask you, just give me a point blank answer. I'll shut up and
Yeah.
leave you alone.
So I have 3 guys, well 4 now that I think about it, that come to my Hot Wheels area.
Well, Hot
One,
Wheels character collectors are just a
oh
different
yo yo.
ball of wax entirely.
So there's the guy that works next door to us and comes every fucking time at 8 in the spot. And but 8 in the spot, I need to run away from that section because he's gonna try and sweet talk to me. Like, oh, it's her.
Yeah, like we
I'm
were
gonna
talking about the last a couple of shows ago, where it's like the guy that's like, Sugar, you could really help me out, or something like that. Correct?
bleh, and he
Yeah.
cries and it was like, yo, get away from me. And then
I
there's
should show up at 8 o'clock one of those days and be like, "Why are you talking to my wife like that?"
like the old fart that I know he was a ninja back in the day, because I can be open a box and then suddenly I feel his fucking presence because he's
Master
solid.
Ninja theme song.
He looks like him, just very, very
Looks
tall.
like Lee Van Cleet.
It's like, imagine Slender Man and that guy. It's like tall as shit.
There's
And
Nightmare Fuel.
it is. And it's like, oh my God. And every time it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, sir. Because like, oh, I'm just looking at what you got there, Sugar. I mean, but then
I
there's
just didn't
like,
know Lee Van Cleef was still alive. Okay, he is a ninja.
then there's like the other guy that he just is crazy. He uses the same clothes every time he shows up, and he demands on me looking for boxes on the back. And then we got shit for you guys. Get the fuck out before I call assets protection. And then there's the latest guy that he's the nicest dude ever. Like, hey, I'm sorry if I'm bugging you. Do you guys have like news? I mean, no, sorry. It's like, oh, it's just that I'm noticing that there's not a lot. It's like the problem is that we have, and if
It's January.
if you come to me and talk to me nice, like, hey, good morning. If he comes like that, and he has like a general really chill vibe, it's like, oh, I'm gonna talk to you. It's no problem. And the Transformers
Yeah.
collectors, by the way, they're the nicest kids ever.
Hey, we do what we can here.
God bless them. Every time they show up, it's like, hey, you doing okay? They're not
I feel
fucking.
like the GI Joe ones are kind of in the same vine.
Oh, I did find a Darth Maul that was empty, by the way.
Yeah,
Some
somebody like took the box out and just.
some dude showed up. Hey, I'm sorry to show you, and it was one of my Transformers guys. Guess somebody really wanted it, and me, son of a bit. Oh yeah, my husband told me about it. I wasn't here. It's like, so that kind of sucks.
Nah,
y-
see, that's the weird thing about like collectors. Like we all have. I'm assuming Barbie collectors are like a whole different beast of crazy. I go with that logic because
I
if
mean,
the Malibu Stacy jokes were any indication on The Simpsons,
I don't have any problems with them because it's
Hmm,
honestly it's hipster girls. The ones that
okay.
are having issues is the fucking Hello Kitters. The Hello Kitty people.
The
They can
Hello haters,
the Hello Kitters.
the
Kitters.
Hello Kitters.
Fuck those bitches. Oh, they're called coquettes now. I don't know what the fuck is going
What?
on there. Coquettes. It's a thing actually. I didn't know this.
What was the thing from Happy Days that Pinky Tuscagero was a part of? That's what I feel like it sounds like.
I don't fucking know. It's like, oh yeah, it's just we dress coquette and me. You dress like ass. Get the fuck out of my department. We don't have anything Hello Kitty. And if I had it, I wouldn't show it to you because it's all mine. Period. Get the
I
fuck
kind
out
of want to. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to show up when the creepy Hot Wheels guy comes by at 8 a.m. and just be like, "Why are you talking to my wife like that?"
of
Just to see the reaction. It's
just
like
standing there.
honestly, it's just like, why are you talking to her like this? Who are
Peop-
you? I'm her husband. Oh
and he's tiny. He's tinier than me.
yeah.
He's a sleazy dude.
I
Disgusting.
I feel like I don't know. This is my perception of myself, but I don't feel like I'm that intimidating. But from what I've seen of other people when they see me, I'm apparently more intimidating than I think.
If me and my other coworker run away every time we see him, it's just that he's annoying as fuck, man.
Me? Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh no, you no, not
Oh, okay.
you. I'm talking about
That's what I'm
the
talking
other
about.
guy.
Yeah. That's what I'm
No,
saying. It's like I apparently because I've had people like get very skittisher on me. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? I'm just kind of just like, dude, you freak me, you scare me. I'm like, why? I'm just talking about like whatever. It's
you're afraid of me. I'm the little
yeah.
death. I'm the little death. Oh, what was the name that I told you texted you yesterday?
Mm.
Mighty Morphin Retail.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's the Mighty Morphin Retail Red Ranger.
No, Mighty Morphin Retail Ranger. That's gonna be my new motto. So I
Yeah,
wanna
she text. Actually, let me read this text because this is just wow.
I
I
love
gotta
it.
read this. Yeah,
Whoever thought that is great. I don't remember why I
I
read
don't
it.
know where this came from. So I was at work yesterday
I think it
and
was Reddit.
I'm
It was
working on
probably Reddit.
I was working on something, and my phone goes off. I'm like, I'll check in a little bit. And then I get this quote. I know you're busy, but I learned this, and I demand people call me Mighty Morphin Retail Ranger. There, I want a red Power Ranger helmet for work. Thank you. Continue your job. I go to read that to my coworkers, and they look at me both confused and what? And I'm like, I'm going home to lunch. I'm gonna find out what the fuck this is about. I come home. Hey, Mighty Morphin Retail Ranger, and she laughs.
Oh my
That's
god.
the end of the story. I have nothing else.
I don't remember where the fuck I read it, but I think it was in on Reddit. And I said like, "Oh no! Now I need to ask somebody to make me a Red Ranger fucking helmet."
By the way, we do know somebody that makes
We
those helmets.
do. And it's like I'm gonna wear it one
Savior's
day.
Armory. If you guys are ever curious, go check him out. On our Discord, we have a page
Yes.
for him. We can get in touch for you also if you want all your helmet needs. He 3D prints them. So there you go.
But I want that, and I'm gonna put on my tag like a little Power Ranger from this point on, and I'm gonna wear. I'm thinking about getting those fucking belts from fucking Target, Brandon, like the ones that are from the Power Rangers. I'm gonna get one just to shit on people.
All right. I am just going to warn you right now.
Yes.
Completely honest.
Mm,
You work in a toy section.
mhm.
You wear one of those. You're on your own. I can't protect you.
The thing is gonna be really great to see my manager being very confused. It's like,
Oh, for
why?
the piss off points, I absolutely agree. This is great.
I'd be like, why not? I show up every fucking day on time. I leave on the times that you need me to leave. I come here. I respect. I clean everything. I keep everything tidy.
Honestly, I think you should take this to the next level too.
What?
I think when the door opens in the morning, you stand there in a position And then they open the door and go, "It's retail time," and you pull out the buckle and go, "Target red,"
Yeah.
and then walk in like nothing happened.
And I'm gonna have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers team, and you're gonna have to call me every time at certain time in the morning, just so it sounds.
Again, we had this conversation the other day. Like, she's talking about this, and it's like, I'm gonna do this, and it's like, she comes in and goes, "Illy, what are you doing?" Me in the background. "Do you want regular or do you want Van Halen? I kind of need to know. I need to go to
Whatever.
work. They're
Whatever.
calling me.
That
They're
my
calling
last.
me. I can't run DJ all day here."
I want to do that the last day of my job. There, like, what are you doing, Alien and Ami? So I can do
Well,
whatever the fuck
that
I
means
want.
now I can officially steal the Orange Cassidy gimmick when I go to work now, so that works. That'll confuse my coworkers who know nothing about wrestling.
I can't wait. I can't wait to do that, really. And I also was thinking about putting like the fucking logo on, or our name on the back of my vest for work. Oh my god, they're gonna fucking hate me there. They're gonna fucking hate me. It's like,
Again, you reap what you sow at that point.
yeah, I don't care. I feel like, hello. Like I just turned
The Mighty
slowly.
Morphin Retail Ranger. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sirree.
Shit, if I had known this stuff, I had taken you over to the Power Ranger Academy I was at earlier. You'd have been ready to go.
If I can tell my other coworker to do it, he will do it just for the lols. He's stupid enough.
Oh, I think you could get a few people to do that there. I think you could.
Oh, I can get the other guy, the one that you like, Daniel. I would like. No, he'd be on it. He'd be like, we're
Shit,
all.
I think I might actually pay to see that.
I need two more.
Like, imagine like a Red Retail Ranger who's having a panic attack at the same time.
Yes, poor baby, my poor baby.
Like having like an existential crisis. He's like, "Why am I putting on the helmet? Why am I here? Who am I fighting?"
I love him. He's
Oh, aisle 7
adorable.
over there, please. So I need that, ma'am. Yes.
I think I can get 4 of them. We need one more, I guess. I don't know who.
Can I be the Sixth Ranger and come in blue?
No, we don't need
Okay.
it. No, I think there's enough people, but I
So,
think only
so what? So I must ask now, honestly.
what?
I have to ask this now. If you're doing the Mighty Retail Ranger thing, what is your Zord theme? What is your combinated Zord?
Oh my!
Like, is it going to turn into the Bullseye Dog, or is it going to be like one of you drives the Bullseye Dog and you form something else?
Oh god!
I know I have to ask these questions because inquiring minds are clearly going to want to know.
I have no fucking clue. I haven't gone that far away. I have not gone that far away, but now making me think.
I mean, honestly, if we did this at my store, I know it'd be like some form of a 5-gallon bucket, a paint roller, and a paint brush.
You're all gonna be
And maybe
Blue
the
Rangers.
baby, and obviously, if you're gonna be red, that's what I'm saying. You know, we can come in and be like, we can build our own lore with these things, honestly.
Oh,
And
dear
I'm
Lord.
thinking about it. I do have 4 people at my job, so I actually have a team of 4.
Same. I have
And
a lot
I know
of them.
I can convince 1, maybe 2 at the offset. The third one's gonna need a little talking, but I think I can get her there just for the sheer kicks and giggles.
Yeah, I'm gonna get fired so hard if I do that. It's like,
Imagine my district. Imagine my regional manager comes in and just sees all of us dressed in like blue Power Ranger helmets. Like, what are you doing? We're the Mighty Morphin Retail Painters. I got a name. I just realized that.
oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you, whoever wrote that on Reddit. God bless you. You're doing God's work.
Xavier's seeing the money come in from his Retail Ranger helmets already.
So,
I can already see it.
Are the Green Rangers the ones from Starbucks?
Ooh, that could be your 6th. Yeah, I didn't think about
Ooh, I don't have anyone from fucking. I don't know anyone
that.
from
Not
there.
here, anyway.
That is true. I feel like if it was on the other store where we used to work,
Oh yeah.
everyone.
We would have had fist fights over who would be what Ranger.
So it'd be like, remember that episode that they did the Power Rangers with all the Red Rangers? That'd be it. That'd be the store. Everyone is gonna be dressed as a different fucking Red Ranger.
And the sad thing is, they'd all be looking at me like, "So you're gonna coordinate our fight scenes, right?" And I'm like, "I guess." I didn't know I wasn't aware I was doing this.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome. Oh my god.
Then you have to figure out. So it's like, so do each retail store have like a different Ranger faction, or all of you one the same? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you send like
Right.
groups to fight each other? It's like Ranger Fight Club.
Oh my god. That'd be great. I'd be down for it. If I'm gonna leave with a boom, I will do it with that boom. So
Yeah, we were talking about one. I remember we were talking like one past show. We were talking about like imagine having like a fist fight in the middle of a Target on your last day, like pro wrestling style. I think we've just achieved a higher level of crazy on this.
God bless that guy. It's just, yeah. Oh well. Oh, my face hurts.
Like I was even thinking, like we were talking about doing like tabletop, like with a Power Ranger thing. We were kicking around that idea
Oh
off
yeah.
the air,
Mhm.
and I was thinking already, like, well, we could have like each like channel that we know could have like their own Ranger theme to it, and like bring their own color, like a representative, and it forms like the Mighty Morphin unit or something.
Oh god.
This might have just gotten worse.
Oh my god, that's terrible. But the problem is that because you are a paint store, I think the Blue Rangers would be the fucking Walmart ones. They're ghetto though.
Oh, we could fight. Well, there could be varying shades of blue.
Right.
Because if you think about it, Best Buy also.
Oh, we don't count them. Fuck them.
No, okay.
I'm talking about
didn't know
retail.
we were doing that.
Retail. We're talking about retail, like stores. Aldi is another blue one, in theory.
So it's like we're
HEB
gonna have
is
like
red.
so we're gonna have like the Anchorman anchor fights is what you're saying, but we're gonna have them across
Yes!
stores. Like we're gonna send a
Yeah,
representative, and you will be crowned that color.
Yeah, and I feel like HEB is gonna be full of white people. I don't know why I expect that, honestly.
Oh, HEB is gonna be fully like cowboy themed. Like I think
disgusting.
if we're going to divide the colors, we can divide them in subsects. Like so. Obviously, Target, you would be kind of like the hipstery ones, and HEB would be kind of the cowboyish ones. I don't know where my company would fall because that actually didn't think about it. The other company also has the same color.
Oh, well, you're the ghetto ones.
Well, we're the scrappy Moxley ones. Like we're the scrappy fighters that like, you don't think about, but
yeah, you'd be like the punk ones. I don't know. Some of them.
Oh, I'm down with that.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So stupid. This was such a stupid conversation. Anyway, was great. Oh my god.
Let's wrap up on that note.
Yeah.
So we're obviously back to normal streaming in this week. I assume the cult will be streaming at some point this week.
Yeah,
This week, sorry.
I'm off on Tuesday and Wednesday this week so far.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do either both days or whatever. I still need to do the waifu corner, but I think I'm gonna start with the streaming. Some goats, goatee poops. Doesn't make any sense.
On my end, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, I know we talked about Tekken earlier, but don't expect that one to stream right away. I kind of need to start playing again, so.
Yeah, you need to have the game first. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, unless people I know suddenly have it for whatever reason, but I highly doubt it.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like Rock, if she can get away with it, will be a day one. It's like, I'm streaming this now, damn it.
Yeah, it's like, is she playing? Yeah, she is.
Well, it's like, if you go to our Discord, it's like she gets a live notification. Is it Tekken? It's fine. It's Tekken. Yeah, it's Tekken. Yeah.
It's Tekken. It's Tekken. She's
We all know
playing
Tekken.
And I get it, like, yeah, she's playing Tekken, Brandon. Just making sure.
Well, that's a joke. It's like, I was like, no disrespect. It's like, you don't really stream much beyond that. I know you do your throwbacks, Rock, but still. Yeah, it's very on brand.
What I am going to be doing is, like, for the love of fucking Christ, I'm continuing doing the illustrations for the story.
Yes, the story will be back up and running soon.
Yeah, well, I need the updates on the changes and such, but I'm still working on the illustrations because I have no fucking clue what to do that.
Kudos also to La Editora for kind of working on I saw your edits. I did the ones today, so thank you. They're actually really informative, and it's kind of made me, not in a bad way. I mean, I know what I need to work on, but it was like you brought up things. I was like, oh, I didn't consider that.
Yeah,
so that's what I needed.
Also, I need to know how to do my illustrations for Chapter 9 to be PG because that's a lot of sex. And I don't know how to do that, Brandon. Help me. Help me. It's the sexy one, and I'm kind of scared of doing that. And then Substack says like you can't do that.
All I'm gonna say is Rock's kind of helping me edit the first act of the dominant ones,
Right.
She's getting the intro stuff. She's now going to where things start to get
Spicy.
not spicy. It's more we're transforming.
Spicy. It's spicy, Raga God. Let me tell you, my things are nothing compared to those things.
Oh, well, okay, that's what
Mm.
you're telling me, so I don't know where I stand now, because you tell me the exact opposite. It's like, oh no, you're 10 compared to me.
Oh no, I know how to write things like that, but my thing is kind of nice and cuddly and puppy and full of peaches. I don't know. Yours is more
Very
of
nice,
a
very evil.
yours is lube and spit. Not gonna lie there.
Whoa, okay.
What? It is true. It's
You helped me
true.
create it. You helped me create it, so you get half credit.
Yeah, I mean Steven is spit if you think about it.
Well, we're not getting that deep into it yet, but yeah.
It's spit.
Like again, the elevator pitch for the dominant ones is come for the interesting sex, stay for the surprisingly relevant plot.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, because it'll take a swerve out of nowhere, and then it's like, what was that sex thing again?
This character, why? This character, why? I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, I don't think about too much. I feel like we hype it up so much to the point where I feel like Rock's gonna read it and be like, "You motherfucker!"
Yeah, you're gonna. When she gets to that point, I know that she's gonna be on my side. She's gonna be on my side. I know that. Anyway.
I'm sure it is. And that means I'm doing my job right when that goes. All right, but we will be streaming this week, and they will merge. So don't worry about that. We will be streaming this week. I'm kind of trying to get back into the groove. It's just every time I get into it, something happens. It's not anything. It's me. It's completely me on this. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah, you come from work and sometimes like I don't want to do anything. I mean, don't do it then.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was actually thinking maybe not this week, but maybe next weekend. We had the swag off a while ago. We've been meaning to get back into that. I was thinking maybe bring some stuff together and show it off. I kind of have a little interactive chill party on that.
Some chat and some showing off shit.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I mean, we
Makes
have all
sense.
this stuff sitting around, so.
Right. Okay.
But I was thinking about maybe doing that in the next couple of weekends, or if we feel like it tomorrow, I don't know. We'll see. Well,
Yeah.
no, tomorrow you're doing cooking tomorrow, so I don't know if that's gonna work.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna do barbacoa. I am looking forward for that. I know that I'm hyping it up too much in this house, but I'm looking
Whatever.
forward to it. Tortillitas.
But that'll about do it for us tonight. Thank you everybody for stopping in. Thank you for Demon King for hanging out. I know he's probably doing other things, and hey, if we're background noise, I'm totally cool with that. Thanks always to Rockagoth. If you guys are not following her, well, what the hell's wrong with you?
You should.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah. She's definitely she's definitely approaching 5th Beetle rank on MNR and association. So
Yeah.
she's helped us out a lot, and always a good stream with hers. And I believe on Tekken she also does Tequila Tuesday. So you want to see her a little sloshed, go nuts.
I don't have enough tequila to do that. I wish I had.
Yeah, but also at the same time, I think they like the opening salvo is like 5 minutes in. It's like 5 tequila shots are already lined up for her.
God.
Yeah, they don't hold back.
Grokkagoth, are you okay with your liver? That's kind of worrying. I have like a stream with fucking squirt, and that's it. I can't.
Oh no, she has a limit of 5, and I think within the first 30 minutes, because it's usually when I can check in is when I'm in the first 30 minutes, they're gone.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, okay, thank God. Yeah, it was that bad at one point.
I was kind of worried about your liver.
And there is a
really.
cooldown, but still, it's like usually by the 30-minute mark, they're all 3 used. So.
Oh, I know myself. This is why I don't drink and stream, because if I have a bottle of wine, it's dead. It's gone.
Yeah, I totally get you.
So anyway.
I think on that we're gonna wrap up, but it is customary when we have a good group and a good stream, we will raid out.
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right, and I think what we're going to raid out to is Zabi. He's always kind of showing up, and I don't get to pop in long enough, so we're going to go and say hi.
Yep,
so
that's good.
So with that in mind, thank you everybody for listening in. If you like what you heard, please consider subscribing to YouTube. But if you got a Bezos point, you can always subscribe to us for free, or you can subscribe and spend your own money. Either way works. And we will see you all this week. Thanks you everybody for stopping in. Have a good night. And we're gonna start the raid here in 9, 8. It's slowing down here, so.
6, 5, 4, 3. Well, good night.
Good night, everybody. Good night. We're going out.